Oh, what's up, Royal Duke Jam? And Laura, hello. It's so good to see you guys. What you got going on? It's been a hot second. Yee. At the end of the last stream, we had just started the Heart and Stone DLC. So we're getting there. And if you hear scratching now, that's him trying to make a comfortable position in his bed, and that's not doing anything. One day, I'm gonna have to program us a like a dog cam. I would, but the problem is that actually no. Someone came up with a fix for it. Logitech likes to reset its camera settings whenever you turn off your computer or you unplug the USB and stuff. So you have to go back in and redo everything. That was my one hassle I always had. But there's a fix now. So maybe if I get that done, we can have a little dog camera, yeah? Bronco, thank you so much for the hydration. Yeah. Yeah. Yay for DLC, indeed. Okay.
Ottoman, sir. You've a guest.
Do you know what types of sculptures fetch the best prices?
Naked
Statues
ones?
of deities, busts of kings, and nudes. And what have we here? A naked wench.
Sure. Of course.
What do you
This
think
is
of it?
right when you walk in. Oh, this guy looks pretty cool. I mean, sculpture isn't his field of expertise, honestly. We could try to sound elite and be like, I prefer Gernst's works myself. Or we could just get straight to business, which sounds very Geralt. Very Geralt. But we'll be kinder and just say it's not our field of expertise. The butt is a bit stone. Oh my gosh, Royal Duke Jam. No. But how are you doing today? And Laura, so good to see you guys.
Sculpture isn't really my thing.
Oh, I still have this block.
Contemporary art.
Sorry, hold on. I just realized I still have this block from when we were playing Among Us on Saturday.
Superficial and bland. A century on, they'll be using just such nudes on placards to hawk bricks and other banalities. Mark my words. I used to like Botticelli. The life he could breathe into a chunk of cold stone. But I look at it now, and it seems just a rock, ideally proportioned, not a flaw on its surface, painfully perfect. As lifeless and boring as a boulder at the roadside.
Hey, I mean, someone worked on that, man.
That's better. More interesting, at the least. Very well.
What a
And now
dick.
to the matter at hand. Let's rejoin the company. Partake of some refreshment first.
What?
Ataman Olgierd, long may he live! Long
As an
live
artist,
the
I'm
Ataman!
upset.
Come and drink with us!
Well, we haven't a choice now.
I also think it's interesting that instead of just saying Botticelli, they replaced the B with a V.
Fetch us some wine, dear. And a nibble or two.
I am. It's a green Luigi shirt, indeed. Yay. This is the type of guy who can buy millions of statues like it's nothing. Probably. But still. What a dick. It's like, even if you don't like the piece of art, you know, someone put time into that, especially sculpture. Sculpture's difficult. Sorry. Coffee break. I am exhausted after that hike I did yesterday. But what have you guys been up to? What you got going on? Anything fun? Yeah? Oh, and Laura, I thought about writing a review on the thing that you posted, but then I was like, oh, wait a second, I can't actually go here. Maybe I'd get in trouble for like falsely reviewing. Always pretending what they do is hard. Oh yeah, it's so easy. Don't even worry about it. You just do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and then boom, masterpiece.
This some special occasion? Or just feel like feasting?
Every occasion's special. Today we celebrate a dubbing.
Whose?
Squire Herodor's new sabre.
I've hit on a name for her. Fair Sabre, I dub thee Tradiciana.
Having a party for a sword? I mean, I go for it, I guess. YOLO. But yeah, gotta get that coffee in. Always. Made a marvelous abstract art that is now in the Royal Duke Channel, the Kappa. I know sometimes the pieces that we see in the museums look like they could be so easy to do. Coffee at such a late hour seems like it'd upset the stomach in the long run, but maybe it doesn't. Cerulean, we've been over this. Like, I can drink coffee and go to sleep, and boom, done. New Gwent cards. Oh, wait, there's new Gwent cards in the DLC too?
Know anything more?
I've no clue what it is.
I rarely have any Gwent cards to begin with, though.
My cook not become his victim. Oh, the way she prepared game had no equal.
That why she was in the sewers? To fetch game?
Nay. She went to a fair with a sister or cousin, matters not. Daft wench convinced her a prince transformed into a toad lives in the Oxenfurt sewers. And you know women, each craves a prince and will wade knee deep through shite to get him. Vissy was no exception in that respect. Down she went, never to return. Wasn't the first, it seems, either.
He has very hairy arms for an auburn-haired man.
Leave her be! Is that any way to treat the lord of the manor's daughter?
At first I thought they were tattoos. They are not.
Apologies. Now, where were we? Oh yes, the contract. So, you'll check it?
Reward.
Just one formality to resolve first. My pay.
Never you mind that. Return with the beast's head, and you'll have leave to take anything you wish from here.
Awfully generous. Still, I'd prefer to agree a specific amount.
Ooh, fine. How much would you like? 300, 400 crowns?
450.
Agreed. And that'll be in addition to whatever memento you wish to take.
I didn't even have to haggle myself. Okay. Can I drink coffee in my sleep? No. I might drown if I tried to do that. But no, coffee doesn't have the reverse effect on me. Not at all. Like, coffee still is a nice pick-me-up for my streams. It's just, it's not so much so where it leaves me wired, you know? Sewer frogs. Something in the gaming Discord that feels different to you now that I've played The Witcher? Oh, okay.
consider the
I
beast
know,
gone.
royalty check. I didn't have to do anything with
Bring
the
me its
bartering.
head, and the reward shall be yours.
At least this go around. Okay.
Hey, you! Puss papers!
Name's Geralt.
But I'm gonna call
What kind
you
of nickname is
Puss
that?
That a problem?
Get to the point.
Got an offer. Potentially lucrative puss peepers.
Such a
Someone's
horrible
killed my
name.
mate. Name was Clivert. You're to figure out who did it, then cut the bugger's head off.
Yeah, I'm not an assassin. Also, why don't you just do this? You seem fairly capable, lady. Ah, Jar Jar, what's up? How you doing today? Good to see you. And Rochi, hello. I kind of want to see what's in the Discord. Cerulean said that they put something in the gaming portion. Oh, that is weird. What game is this? What game are you playing that has Geralt up against 2B from Nier Automata? Rochi look again and says, oh, no. Rochi not sus.
Why not avenge him yourself? Seems like you all relish swinging your sabers.
I would do. And if I knew who'd axed Clivert, I'd have gutted him ages ago. Thing is, I don't. But you see a lot with them puss peepers. You'll track him down.
I mean, I guess I could help you, but again,
Keep
not
talking.
an assassin.
Clivert dealt fist tech. A few days past, he rode to Bowden to take a delivery. Never came back.
Been there? Actually seen his corpse?
No, but Clivert was one damned reliable Orson. We was to meet. He didn't show. Can only mean he's dead. Find the bastard who did this.
Can
Find
only
him
mean he's
and kill
dead.
him. I'll pay top
Maybe he
coin.
got
Need
lost.
to think it through.
Clivert's got a scar on his forehead, not unlike yours. Spot that, you'll know it's his body.
Okay.
Said I'd think about it.
Know what, Puss Pete's? One look at a bloke and I know what he's made of. You'll do what I ask. I bet anything. Look
Not
for me
if
in
it's a
Oxenford.
side quest.
The Alchemy Inn on the main square.
If it's a side quest, then you are probably SOL, lady. Yeah. Pretty sure she just gave us a side quest. You got me all wrong, lady.
Some races you've got today. Eat and drink and smoke and fight.
2B is a
and
DLC
dance
character,
and
and Geralt
lasses
came as a guest
down
character
by
on the base game. For what game? Oh, is the game name in the picture? I must not have seen it. No, the game name is not in the picture. What? Hold on. Supplemental research. I'm alright. For what? Hold on. Soul Calibur 6. Oh, okay. That's the game. Gotcha. Soul Calibur. Wow. I don't play too many fighting games, but I played a little bit of that back in the day. Oh goodness. Like a copy pasta. Kajita's worse if you have coin. Can we fast travel to where they need us to be? Dude, how can you not have a fast travel post at your house? Fine then. I mean, what, should I have to do the side quest? A lot of the things that... Oh, wait. Oh, no. Hold on. Now there's a fast travel signpost. Of course. Of course. But, I don't know. Do you think we have to do the side quests? I just haven't been doing a lot of them because it tacks on so much time, you know? Peasant. Hey, now. Just curious, why not? Oh, just because it's a time thing, and I like to put off some of these side quests to do in the future when I come back and play all of the side quests and everything in its entirety. I try not to do that in my first playthrough just because it would take forever. It might take like all year.
Everyone to me! Oh.
So when I stream games as my first playthrough, I just do my best to stick to the main story if I can, you know?
Why there? What for? Life kick you in the ass? Not enough.
Getting a scuffed controller? Can't decide if you want a purple one or a black one. Ooh, either one sounds great. I got this one on sale on Amazon. Yee, so purple. Yee. Being anything too special. Gotcha. Okay. I don't know if I needed that, but you know. May as well. That's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do either. I was trying to do that.
Blueprints. Large. Man's most likely. Thought only women came looking for the cursed prince.
Mmm. Alright. Ignoring... Oh, I'm sorry. I found it, though. Eventually. It just took me a second. I had to scroll up. I'm sorry. They do, though. Oh, thanks, Yorkshire. Yeah, my hair didn't feel like cooperating today. So that's when I just throw this little flower pen in.
Oh, no, you don't. Hear me? Don't you dare. Please, don't do this to me.
Shawnee?
Geralt?
What are you doing here?
Trying to save his life. Help me.
Shawnee, calm down.
Other games, I'm guessing.
I'm sure something
I don't know her.
can be done.
Let it go.
Damn it! All for nothing.
You did all you could.
Thanks, Geralt. It's, good to see you.
You too. Lost track of you after I left Vizima. Where'd you go? What have you been doing?
Long story short, I've been treating the sick and wounded, as always. Mainly at my clinic in Oxenfurt. But in Redania, I'm called on to help the army at times as well.
I'll want to hear the long story long, too.
Sure. But once we're out of these sewers.
Redanian army force you to come here too? Or you just down here for a pleasant stroll?
Got our orders this morning. I came down here with a whole unit, but something attacked us.
Oh, she was a romance option? Oh, in 1 and 2? Okay. Oh, Bronco, thank you so much for the lurk. I really appreciate it. Hold on. Let me throw up some lurk emotes for you. It's... Unfortunately not. I mean, I do have Islander. I am half Islander, but was not raised on an island, unfortunately. The graphics of this game better than some current gen. Yorkshire, I mean... You're right. It's a little sad sometimes. Honestly, though, the graphics weren't as good as they're looking now. As from when I was playing on console. On console, it looked worse. Things didn't look as well shaded or textured. But once I was able to play it on PC, it was kind of like a big graphical overhaul. Maybe that was the case? Oh, no. It's just, I've just had this little flower hairpin for a really long time, actually. I've worn it for ever since I started streaming as well, so it just became a little thing. And like whenever I'm having a bad hair day and my hair doesn't want to cooperate, boom, flower hairpin. Oh, Yorkshire. Okay, yeah. Since she was in 1 and 2, then yeah, I'm guessing a lot of us don't know who the heck this person is. Current quest that I'm doing. I don't, oh, from your playthrough. Got it. She's the cutest romance option. Oh. How come she wasn't an option in this game, then?
What attacked you? Get a good
He only
look at
gets
it?
to romance
I
sorceresses.
started running as soon as it appeared.
Is she a sorceress?
Huge. Spat venom and made these slurping sounds. That's all I know.
Doesn't sound like a major necrophage or a pack of drowners.
No. This was one thing. Big, but one. Somebody threw a torch at it. Monster couldn't have cared less.
All right. Not afraid of fire. Good to know.
He's like, someone important to you? Searching question.
The soldier. He's someone important to you?
His name was Knowles. Supposed to go on leave next week. Now he won't. Nor will the rest of his unit.
How many were they?
A whole squad. 6 brave boys. All dead.
Yikes. Oh, Yorkshire, thanks. I took a shower today and I put a little bit of product in my hair. It's like a Chi Total Complete thing. And it's to protect my hair against the dryness of Colorado. But unfortunately, I need to stop putting the product at the top of my hair where my roots are because I produce a lot of oil at my roots. So even though I took a shower like, was it 6 hours ago, it's already looking like it gets too moist or oily and it starts to separate. And I'm like, no, I just took a shower 6 hours ago. And so, yeah, when my hair starts to do that weird separating thing, that's when I'm like, no, flower pin.
Why'd they send you down here? Only if it's not confidential, of course.
I need a venom sample. From the beast that prowls these sewers. It doesn't just kill those who come down here, you know. The water in so many wells is contaminated. Folk are getting ill, Redanian soldiers among them.
Plan to kill the beast. Bring you a sample of its venom after I do.
Nice of you to offer. But I'd rather go with you, collect the sample myself.
Creature's dangerous. You saw what it can do.
I'm a big girl, Geralt. I can take care of myself. And you know I'll get my way, so don't try and talk me out of anything.
Fine. Your choice. So show me where the monster attacked you.
This way.
Grating's badly bent. Something large struck it, with a lot of momentum.
I shut it as I fled. The monster must have slammed into it.
Glad it held up. Though now we need to find a way around it.
Is it worth searching outside?
Actually, just hoping the monster's blow weakened one of the walls.
Yeah. Let's do this. So cool.
Careful. Monster might still be here.
We don't hear anything.
Soldiers from your escort?
Yes. That's them. Vern, Miklas. Poor boys.
Beast doesn't play around, apparently.
They saved my life.
Know them well?
Him, I met this morning. But Vern and I served together at the Battle of Dorian. Miklas only enlisted this Yule.
Sorry.
Once you kill this beast, we'll have to send someone down here to collect their bodies. Give them a proper burial.
Excuse me. Sorry. This is the Heart of Stone, yeah, DLC. So, yeah, it's not standard Witcher 3. Yeah, we finally got into the DLC. It's where we are. We are doing Heart of Stone first because it was the lowest leveled one. And then after that, we're going to do the Blood and Wine. So, yeah, all the DLC. We got it.
What exactly happened?
We came in here and Miklas started looking for tracks. Then drowners attacked. The men made quick work of them. But Franz was injured. His leg. He and I stayed behind. I tried to bandage him up while Nals stood watch. Then that beast appeared. Nals pushed me towards the exit and ran at the monster. I turned around and saw him lying there, covered in a sticky substance. I ran back to get him, then dragged him to where you found us.
Where was the monster?
Well, Miklas and Vern had driven it away from us. And paid dearly for it.
Managed to get a look at what attacked you?
Everything happened so fast. I didn't get a good look, no. Only saw it from behind. I know it was large and slimy.
Gotta look around. Man you patched up, is he here?
Franz? I don't see him. Think the monster might have dragged him off?
Could have. Beast probably crawled in or out through here. It's deep.
Lower level of the sewers has been closed off for years. But Vern, the commander, had a skeleton key.
See if I can't find it.
She's such a cool character. Yeah, I wonder why they didn't include her in the main game. Well, you know, if they had included her in the main game, I wouldn't have known that she was a, like, close friend of Geralt, though, because I never played 1 and 2. She was a medic who tried to help out people in Vizima, Temeria's capital, and, yeah, in Vizima. Geralt helps out. Possibly Bones does a bunch of quests. Oh, my God. Well, something's down there. Possibly Boney, and so on and so forth. Nice. Gotcha. The bone spawns. Nice. Because people would have picked her to bang instead of the mages.
Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I can't
True,
get down this
true
way.
dat.
I'll look for something else.
Be careful. Come on.
I mean, not everyone would have, but it would have been nice for you to have more options rather than just Tris and Yen. But at the same time, you're building a whole game series around a book where there's only one love interest for Geralt. So... I can see that having been a little tricky to work out. Tris and Shani are, oh, in the first Witcher, really? So, were there 3 romance options for each of the Witchers? And then in this third one, they brought it down to 2? Is that right? Yeah?
Geralt, are you all right?
I'm fine. You? How'd you get in here?
I told you. Vern had a key to the grate. Look, it's Franz.
What's left of him, you mean?
What kind of beast would do that?
There's the only one with main romances. Got it. Okay. So in the other games, it was kind of like if you chose both of them, there wouldn't be any... Rochi, no! Any repercussions? Is that how it was like? Yeah? To sort clips by games? Oh my gosh. When? Which time? Which time? Crimson Redneck, there are so many.
A lot of flowers.
Does that mean anything?
Well, means our monster doesn't attack them. Seems they get along with whatever's prowling the sewers. Some kind of symbiosis.
Water hag.
Interesting.
Maybe?
What?
It's normally it.
Franz had a leg wound, right?
Normally it's a water
Just
hag.
above the knee.
Managed to apply anything to it?
Yes, some spirit, but that was it. Why do you ask?
Look, half of Franz's leg is gone. Monster must have chewed it off. Other bodies were untouched, except for the wounds they sustained in battle.
Are you suggesting the beast likes alcohol?
Mm-hmm. Mixed with blood.
Kind of like that one vampire we killed.
Doubt we'll learn anything else here. We need to find the lair.
Right behind you.
Okay. Oh, Crimson Redneck. That's actually
Move.
that's actually one of the most popular ones. So if you sort the clips by views, that'll probably be the top clip, I think. Because a lot of her community came back and watched it. So I think it's like the only clip I have that has like even over 25 views. Whichever one, there were 24 different people to bone. Tris and Shani were the only more romancy ones. Okay, okay. Yeah, Dupe knows. It says May 20th just because, yeah, time zones. It was definitely May 21st for you.
A woman. Must have come here hoping to find her prince.
Rochi. Well, I mean, yes, of course, because it's Geralt. Let's see. I don't think there's anything up there. Let's grab our stuff and go back this way. Oh, what is this? Oh, that is a
He's
man.
basically intact, just half covered in slime. Hope the wretch didn't suffer.
Yikes. Can we save any of the slime
Man's corpse,
people?
soaked in slime. Beast must have left it for later.
That's so sad. Oh, not the Toad Prince thing. That actually really does lure people down here? That's horrible.
Sean, can you get your sample here?
Sure, along with a bunch of dirt, rubble, and drowner droppings. I need a clean sample. From the lair, that'd be best.
Shawnee, can you get your sample here?
Sure, along with a bunch of dirt, rubble, and
Yeah,
drowner
I
droppings.
didn't realize there was a
Loads
thing
of
there. How
slime
about this
here.
one?
Enough for your sample?
It'd be more than enough if it wasn't contaminated.
Gosh, dang it. We're killing so many drowners that we may as well put that oil on. Hold on. Is it... Are they... Oh no. Are they necrophage? Or hybrid? I can't remember. You think I'd know by now? Necrophage. Okay. Should have gone with my gut feeling there. Okay. Necrophage. Where was that? Here? Here? Yeah, there we go. Whicher one had the most boning? Oh, really? It got a bit of flack for it. Yeah, see, same with Mass Effect. Mass Effect had a racy romance scene in their first one, got a bunch of flack for it, so really toned it down in the second one. Even in the third one as well. While the base game of Witcher 3 has actually just like 5 bones. And it, okay, gotcha. Fluffy, thank you so much for the host. Hello. And Dupe. Oh, wait, the Dupe? Yeah, I think Dupe did earlier. Maybe. Anyway, thank you so much for the host. I appreciate it. She was the main one in 1 and 2. And only now you're really given the choice. Ah, interesting. So, do you even really encounter Yen very much in 1 and 2? Or no? How about this
Another
lady?
unfortunate romantic came to lift a prince's curse, found a hideous death instead.
How about...
Poor woman.
Aw,
Tried to get out. Futile effort.
these poor people. What the heck is this slime creature? It reminds me of that, like, episode of Inuyasha with the toad, and he's, like, putting the women in those big old slime bubbles.
Redanian soldier. Came down to hunt the beast alone, maybe. Fool.
Fluffy, hello. How are you doing today? So good to see you. Happy Thursday, everybody, by the way. Yin is not in 1 and 2. Indirectly alluded to in 1. Some flashbacks in 2. Wow, she's not in 1 or 2. No wonder the people who play the games don't like Yen. She's not even in the first 2 games. Okay, that makes a little bit more
Death drowners
sense.
everywhere.
Strange. Seemed the monster tolerated them.
Long as they don't get too close, I guess. Lair's gotta be nearby. Decaying corpses, slime everywhere, and that stench. This has to be the lair. fresh and moist. Beast was just here.
I'll collect my sample.
All the tunnels and corridors converge here.
What now?
Need to lure the beast.
How? We don't even know what kind of monster it is.
But we do know it likes a blend of blood and liquor. Just so happens I've got some alcohol on me.
Well, I hope you don't plan to cut yourself or...
Relax. Plenty of bodies. I'll use one of them.
It's interesting, these different like camera angles they give you if you just wait in the dialogue options. Your internet is finally not terrible. That's fantastic. I always hate it when I move somewhere and the internet is like up and down, or there's like a certain time when it dips out, or there's normally always some kind of internet issue, unfortunately. But again, like a lot of ISPs don't care too much about upload speeds either, so...
Sample you collected enough?
Hope so. But I'd still like to get some pure venom. Once you've killed the monster.
To distill an antidote? No use for it once the beast's dead.
Not true. I have a few poison patients on hand. Besides, I can study the venom, test it, maybe discover some interesting properties.
Let's do this. Your battery back up. Ah, dang, Rochi, I'm sorry. Yeah, I need to get a can of compressed air and dust out my PC. It's getting a little dusty. I can tell even from here. It's just... I gotta clear it out just a bit.
I'll get to work.
Do some PC maintenance.
I doubt I'd be much help in the fight, but you might need me afterwards. I'll look for a hiding place.
You'd be better off waiting for me up top, or back home.
But...
No buts. Wait in the passage for now if you have to, though I'd rather you didn't.
See,
But when
dude,
the
no
monster
butts,
shows you, run for the surface.
no booty.
Fine.
Shawnee, look at me. Promise you'll stay out of it.
I promise.
Good. Now go hide.
Be
Since
careful,
when do
Geralt.
women ever keep their promises to you, Geralt? Since when? Ooh, that sound. Oh, this thing sounds large. And gross. Sounds gross and large. And it is. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. I love the princes and the parentheses. Oh! Oh, this thing is so creepy. No, no, no. Oh. Yikes. Oh. You know, I feel like something like this wouldn't enjoy fire, you know? Oh! Ow! Ow! Oh no! Oh! Oh! Yikes! Yikes! Oh no! Okay, Quen, we're going back to Quen. Ah! Oh gosh! Ooh, oh gosh, dupe! If ever it were a good time for that emote, it'd be now. Gosh, this thing is so creepy. Ooh. Oh! Oh gosh! Oh! Why are we're drinking raspberry juice? Is that healing me? Oh! It's not healing me! That's not good. Oh no. What about a honeycomb? Fried meat? Probably better. Please don't die. Wait! What just happened? Why are we like full of health now? What? X! That wasn't me, I promise. It's the game. Oh. Oh. So gross. Ah. Ah. Yikes. You'll take some raspberry juice. I mean, well, that sounds tasty. Oh my goodness, too much. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. No. Oh boy. No. True art song, I know. We got him like halfway down too. We got this. We got this. I know we do. That F. F's in chat. I know, stupid frog. It's like a creepy mutated frog with a look at his jaw. Look at this thing. It's so creepy. I don't even know like what kind of consumable to use or bomb. Because I don't have anything in my bestiary for a toad. Do I? Just a big old toad? Nope. Ah! Ugh. Oh, it's so toxic. Oh. This isn't even its final form. No. Gosh, what is his final form? Like freaking Jiraiya on his back? I don't know. Ah! Ow. No! I'm gonna die again. Just eat all of the food. No, you're trying to like eat chicken while I'm fighting. Oh no! Why is he like dipped in poison? Oh my goodness. Do I have anything to combat poison? What the shit? Oh, what is this? There's too many potions. I don't even feel like looking them all up. It's too many. I wish, Geralt. Ah! I gotta wait until I have some Quen so that I don't die. It's like a normal frog. I wish it were a normal frog. Did you see his bottom? Do you see the bottom of his mouth? Ain't no frogs out here got freaking a mouth that opens up like a freaking alien. Okay, we've got to be somewhere. Oh no! No! Ah! Oh, apparently this frog don't care about that bum. Okay. Come on! No! Why? Would you just eat stuff that heals you, please? Finally. I got an achievement called I'm not kissing that. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I ain't kissing that either. Yeah, true arts. I don't know if it was easy, but we got it in the end. Yeah. Rio's here and I. What's up? How you doing today? I know. I don't know what the potions do. There's so many. It's so much information. I don't know what all the bombs do either.
Gadarash I'll woot.
Oh, why are we on a boat?
What's going on?
Ah, he's finally come to.
Shirtless Geralt for the win.
Started thinking I'd not conversed in common the whole way, except maybe with my reflection in the piss bucket. on the Albatross. Or the Fakbarthoil, as their strange tongue has it. En route to Ophir.
Don't remember signing on as a sailor.
Oh, you didn't, mate. They dragged you aboard. Seems you killed their prince.
He was a frog. I'm like, shiz. That means I'm in trouble. Truth of final form time. Really do be a term that you don't say enough. Oh, piss pocket.
Always the same old shit.
I mean, he was a frog. A big ol' ugly jaw, creepy, alien looking frog. What was I supposed to do?
Oh, toad in the sewers. Damn it. Should consider myself lucky, I guess. Could have killed me on the spot.
Depends how you look at it. I happen to know a bit of a theory. Heard them saying they come here on a mission, dispatched by their king to find their prince, lift his curse. Wagered their honor, and that of their families 5 generations back, that they'd bring him home, safe and sound.
And I killed him. Great. So, must think they can save their honor by bringing the prince's murderer back to face the king's justice. And who might you be?
Felipe Caligrand at your service. Petty thief, professional fence, and your guide about Oxenfurt. One of a bit of time.
And why are you here? You kill a prince too?
Well, to their thinking, I had a hand in this one's death. See, I was their guide. Led them down into the sewers. But not until after you'd cut their prince's gut open.
Sorry about that.
Not your fault, mate. When all said and done, could have sat on my arse in the alchemy playing Gwent. Didn't have to brag about knowing Oxenfurt better than my own breeches.
I love how even like the guards on this ship, they didn't even bother to take off Felipe's shirt over here. They only took off Geralt's. They were like, oh, this man doesn't need a shirt. It's fine. I found the true bad ending. Now Geralt's forever in jail. I mean, honestly, that wouldn't even be as bad of an ending as the one that we got. Gwen to say? A game? Would you like to play?
Listen, there was a young woman, a medic.
Would you like to
red
ride
hair.
the
Can I
Schupa?
capture her too?
Don't recall seeing anyone of the sort. You were alone.
Good. Means she managed to flee. Hopefully made it home. We been at sea long?
Dunno, Riley. Not that long. Though, on the other hand... But what's it matter, any road?
So that was all the
Matters a lot.
shiny?
If they're hauling me off to hang me, I'm not in a hurry to arrive.
Me? I'm glad to be sailing to Ophir. I hear they got wild horses there. White, with black stripes. Always wanted to see one of them.
Sure they're not black horses with white stripes?
Hey, black horses with white stripes they got in Zanguibar. That I'm sure of.
Tried to break out yet?
Used every ounce of charm I got. Nothing doing. Might be my Ophir is rusty.
My Ophiri's non-existent.
Well, we'll be at sea at least a month. Could teach you something that time.
Elkal Orilal.
What's that mean?
Told us to shut up.
There's been a misunderstanding. Can I talk to your captain?
Alakal Solkan. Galavat Kar U Albata again.
Quiet, dog. You killed our prince, and you'll pay for that.
Gileam Valar.
To me,
Karvarefaner.
you'd be dead already.
Revhag ne Aram
Vengeance is not ours to reap, Anna.
Dorgate ya Alamis.
We swore on our honor.
How do I say? Take me to your captain.
Take me to your leader.
What?
Elkal.
Vilth.
Oh, Zig is it?
Alge, Il, Echalif. Elkal. Inkal Avr Ikel Ugehereven Ulvitar. In Shafar Goliath.
¿Dónde está
What just happened? What did he
mi
say?
pantalones?
Said to sit quiet. And that you'll hang in 2 weeks.
Oh, great.
He added something like, "We'll see who's in the mood for jokes then."
Why? What did I say?
Oh,
You
no.
wanted his auntie's hat.
Oh,
Just on your
no.
road.
Great.
Oh, dear.
Give it a rest. No point talking to that lot. All you get's angry gurgles. And they puff up, you notice? Like them fish. What's it they're called?
There anyone here who speaks common?
Ah, there's this mercenary with him. Looks Adanian to me. He's the one recruited me to show him through the sewers. Oh, and the mage what leads them knows a bit. Heard him talking, but I doubt either will talk to you. I was you. Catch some shut-eye. Not go on flapping me tongue. Got a long voyage ahead.
Sleep's not what I need. Someone I can actually communicate with. That's what I want.
Well,
Greetings, Geralt. Remember me?
no. I do not. I do not remember you. They took my Gwent cards, right? Not my Gwent cards. Wait. He just wanted some attention, sorry. My little face. He just wanted attention. But Chico picked the dialogue options. I think he'd be a little bad at it. Well, with his non-opposable thumbs and all that. Oh, that. There we go. He gets so angry when I set him down.
Not really.
Gaunter O'Dim, known also as Master Mirror. We met in White Orchard. I helped you find your Yennefer.
Oh, yeah, that was a while ago, my
We
man.
meet again. And it seems you need my help again. Heard a noose awaits you. That is, if this slop doesn't kill you first.
I mean, that actually looks a little appetizing. Look like some tomato soup with some chives thrown in. Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. How am I supposed to know?
Haven't tried it yet.
Doesn't look promising. Not unlike your situation. I could try to extract you from here, you know. Because you do wish to disembark, do you not?
Yeah, sure. But what on earth could you?
Oh, more than you'd ever expect. I shall help you, Geralt. But before I do, I must know you return the favor.
Right. Can't possibly get something for nothing.
Indeed. When all's said and done, I am a merchant. So, do you want my help?
Yes.
It's a deal. Once it's all over, we shall meet at midnight at the crossroads, neath the willows near the village of Yantra. Ah, and I must give you something to remember me by.
Oh,
What's that?
A mark to show we're associates.
what the heck, man?
Who you gabbing with?
With no one.
Never liked boats. Not one bit. They heave like devils. Make me stomach churn. It'd be prime to sleep through the whole thing.
Oh. Oh.
Didn't bargain for no storm. Afraid that means a tidy jump in my fee.
To Ophir get us safe. The king's reward will be generous.
What about the prisoner?
Before the king we must bring him. On doing so my honor relies.
Can't we just bring your king the bastard's head? Like we're doing with the other?
The other drowned. we could do nothing. We deliver live this one. Apart from all else, the hell the king is sure to condemn him to. I usually see
Oh my goodness.
kind of hell. Charring, flaying, and watering. This is punishment for regicide entails.
Ooh. Nice. Even the DLC wants him to just stay shirtless all the time. The DLC's like, he doesn't need a shirt. It's fine. Oh no. Ay, ay, ay. Come on. Come here, you. He's getting so far away. Ah, freaking mage, man. I should probably wear some clothes. Oh, and re-equip my silver sword, too. But Tingles, thank you so very much for the raid. Oh my goodness, if you guys are following Tingles, definitely do so. Dakota!
Been a while, XD.
It has been a while. Dakota, what are you up to? It's so good to see you. Happy Thursday. Oh my goodness. But do welcome in from the raid if you were a part of the raid. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, Rochi. Bork and Gur are the only dialogue. Chico knows, indeed. Playing the game and noting that the character actually was there in the inn at the very beginning of the game. Yeah, right? Like, that was so long ago. Of course I couldn't remember that guy. Tinkles, touch the butt. Yeah. Get it. Oh my goodness, Dakota, thank you so very much for the resub. The freaking 21 months, oh my goodness. Of course, I hope you've been enjoying the stream and the emotes and the ad previewing. And welcome back in to the Legion of Lunatics. Oh yeah. What? This armor is... Oh yeah, hold on. This was the armor I was wearing. First I was confused. Oh yeah, Dakota, this one is one of your favorite games? We finally made it to the DLC. I'm doing my best. Ooh, I got a new silver sword though, so that's nice. Wait, this is better? Okay, I think I finally figured out. This is better too, what in the world? Apparently, I'm not wearing the right swords. Let's grab this one. It's got the Earden equipped. Oh, combat. That's right. Oh wait, gloves. Why am I not wearing gloves? Stupid being taken prisoner and stuff. There we go. Geralt's one of your dream cosplays? Well, why is it just a dream? You could totally cosplay as Geralt. I actually, I just got the last piece of my Yen cosplay. I just need to, I just need to put it all together now. And make sure that the makeup is just right. Because I don't know how to do contouring and stuff. Stupid mage! Get out of here! Yeah. Aye. Why am I drinking goat's milk right now? Ah! What? Hold on! There we go. Let me do my spinny stuff.
Time to end this.
Yes. Spinny stuff for the win. It'd just be a fun-sized version, not at all. Geralt doesn't even look that tall, honestly. I think it'd be fine. I mean, I don't have the facial structure of Yen whatsoever, but still gonna try. Oh wait, no. Soup. Is this a copy pasta? Hold on. It does. It does look like a copy pasta. Gotcha. Right, yeah, the spinny move. It's so cool. I just wish people would stop interrupting him, because I want to see the whole thing. Also, I have 3 points available.
What we need is a few good taters. What's taters, precious? What's taters, huh? Potatoes. Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Potato.
It's funny, I just rewatched the Hobbit trilogy the other day as well. Gosh, this tunic. He looks... You're a wizard, Geralt. This is quite the armor for him. Potatoes. Go to the Harbor Freight and get some moving blankets, turn it into a tunic. Rochi. But yeah, Dakota, definitely get the pieces together. Yeah, when I had to collect all the pieces of the Yen cosplay, I had to order from a bunch of different places. But I finally have everything together. And the last thing I finally got in the mail were the contacts, and they arrived yesterday. So, and funny enough, the contacts were the first thing that I ordered too. First thing to order, last thing to arrive. Sometimes it be like that. Where are we? Oh, we're like north of Novigrad. Okay. Interesting. It's literally... I know. It does look like it.
That's it, Roach.
A lot of his clothes just look like he took them moving blankets out of a U-Haul. It's an arming doublet. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I mean, actually, even circle lenses kind of bother my eyes sometimes as well, just because they are they're a larger diameter than normal lenses.
That's it, Roach.
So they kind of fit differently. But I tried on the contacts today before the stream. I thought about wearing them on the stream, but I was like, I don't want to hurt my eyes too much before I've even done the cosplay, so. I actually really need number 1, save. And number 2, meditate. Yeah. Covering your stove and refrigerator. Get out of town, Archie.
Faster.
But yeah, I think we talked about this the other day, but when I first started wearing contacts, I started to sleep in them, and you're not supposed to do that. Not like colored contacts, not like cosplaying contacts, just regular contacts because I'm blind. But when I went to, there's so much going on right now. Hold on. Hold the phone, random camping people. Yeah, I would sleep in them, and then blood vessels started to grow into my eyes, and I almost went blind. But thankfully, my optometrist caught it in time.
Curious place for a conversation about art.
Anywhere is good for that. It's simply a matter of summoning
Don't sleep in your contacts, friends.
Vodka, for example, is a great aid.
Care to drink with us? To poetry?
Okay, to poetry.
Why not? I am a bit thirsty.
And when a man is thirsty, melancholy strangles his soul. Poor Gascoigne!
His name is Gascoigne?
Gentlemen, I am soused, pickled, crocked, and stewed.
Want another term for your state?
Don't be vulgar. What will our new friend think? Pour another.
Oh, goodness. I've got things to do, you guys. I drank to the poetry, but now I gotta go. Of my possibilities, I could do what the quest tells me. Or Gwent. Tube.
Fine. Last round for me, though.
I wonder if Hearthstone is still a really big, if they still have a really big community here on Twitch.
Vodka's gone.
Oh
Those
no.
are the troubadours.
Yeah, I
My
knew we
things.
should have tapped out.
Damn it.
That was stupid. I knew we should have tapped out. But then I didn't. Gosh dang it.
Always the same old shit.
Right? Shirtless again. What the hell, man? Should have never stopped for those guys. Give me my stuff back. I'm tired of having to re-equip everything. I am. I'm save scumming because I don't want to have to re-equip everything.
Giddy up.
Was there any way for me to just, like, tap out? Hmm.
Traveler, hello. Come sit with us.
See, what happens if we hang out with them for one drink, but then afterwards we're like, nah, we gotta go?
Don't.
Because that's what I wanted to do to begin with.
Apologies, but when the going gets tough, how's that go again? I gotta go.
What's the rush,
The going
Master
gets tough.
Witcher? A neck has no hair. It shan't run off on you. Although, actually, it does have legs. Well then, be off.
Hey.
There, another example of Redanian order. How much
Hey,
do they
okay.
sell the magnificent property for?
So they don't steal from you if you don't stay with them. Okay. It's reasonable. I should have just picked that to begin with. Whoops. Too much time to track them down and murder them, you know? Too much time. Okay. Oh, wait, one more. And he always loves to hop over the sign, too. At midnight. Okay. Let's save. And meditate. Oh, goodness, this is a lot of meditation. I just missed midnight. I failed the side quest. No! I did. I just missed midnight. It was because I'd stopped to have a drink with those guys.
I knew you'd come.
You a soothsayer?
It matters little who I am. Your escape, I made it possible. Previously, Yennefer, you found her thanks to me, so you feel you owe me.
Memento you gave me. Pretty effective reminder.
That is its purpose. Incidentally, I find it quite funny how even the most rotten scoundrels have this inner compunction to repay debts of gratitude. Humans, elves, dwarves, all races. You really must explain that to me one day. As for the here and now, tell me, how'd you manage with your theories?
Well, I mean, did you summon the storm? Yeah. I was counting on more conventional help. Is he a mage, though?
You appeared out of nowhere, disappeared just as mysteriously, summoned a storm. Let me guess. You're a mage.
Oh, please, no.
He's
I
not.
can't stand
Okay.
spells.
Huh.
Childish hocus pocus. It's just not interesting. What I find fascinating are true tales, true human lives, like the one I shall tell you now. It's about a man, worse than most. A vulgar, despicable man with a heart of stone. A man who refuses to pay his debts.
Really think this'll interest me? Any reason why?
Because the
He's wrong
DLC
you
is
as
called
well.
that.
His name is Olgierd von Everick.
Olgierd von Everick. What did that guy do? I know, a title drop, roll credits by. He said the thing.
What did he do to you?
Before I reveal this, I'd like to make one thing very clear. Olgierd von Everick did willfully and maliciously conspire to cause you to kill a man who might have been cured. Had I not intervened, you would have lost your head for this.
Oh, the
Do you know
toad.
why he did it? Because he's a degenerate monster in human flesh who feeds on the pain and suffering of others.
Well, you clearly don't like him. What did he do to you?
He and I made a pact. A pact under which I called on my many talents and associates to give him what he desired. And now the time's come to pay. Yet, he shirks his obligation.
Need me to collect a debt? I'm not some hired muscle.
Muscle is not what this requires. It needs a soul intelligent and clever. An individual who fears no dare. Someone like you.
Pure flattery, that.
Of course it is. After all, I am a traveling merchant. But make no mistake, I've many interesting wares on offer.
Wares like?
Surfeit. Abundance for the body and soul. You will lack neither food nor drink. As a witcher, you might desire weapons supreme. I can offer you those you dreamt of. Your body, agile as never before. Your mind, faster than lightning. Romantic prowess to charm all womankind.
He already has that.
I offer a great, true adventure. An experience like no other. The fate of only the chosen few.
Sure sounds generous. And all that for my help with one small matter. Won't want anything else from me?
Right.
Just one. Honesty.
Okay. Honesty. Captain Firebird, what's up? How are you doing today? So good to see you. What you got going on today? And Nathan, hello. Happy Thursday, you guys.
What did you do for Olgierd? Break him out of a cell too?
In some sense, yes. I remember that day quite well. It was a light drizzle, yet the cold tore right through you. Olgierd appeared at the break of dawn, gaunt as a rail, his shirt moth-eaten. Seemed to have naught but the sword at his side. It quite pained me to look at him. He asked for help, and help I gave. Made him a rich man, successful, esteemed. He is who he is today, thanks only to me. And yet afterwards, he turned his back, shunned me, sends me off when I dare ask for payment. Even sicked his hounds on me once. He's thus left me no option but to invoke the terms of our pact. And that is where you come in.
Yeah, how much is how goes the DLC? Ah, it's pretty good. I know it's Friday for you. Get out of town. How is your Friday so far? But yeah, the DLC is very interesting so far. We have this beautiful new scar on the side of our face now too.
How much does he owe you?
Gentlemen, don't discuss coin.
Need to know the details if you want me to get my hands dirty. How much? 1,000,000 crowns? 2 million?
250.
I'm no usurer to lend coin for interest. No. What Olgierd owes me is far more personal than shiny things that clink. As much as I regret it, I can say no more. I must respect his privacy.
What about you? Call yourself a man of many talents? Can't you take care of this?
Therein lies the catch. Our pact states that before I can collect my due, I must yet fulfill 3 wishes for Von Everec. But I cannot fulfill them myself directly, making use instead of a... how shall I put it? A proxy.
So what you need's a sucker.
What I need is an ally. And something tells me I shall find none better than you.
What do you expect me to do?
To start with, join me in paying Von Everec a visit. Then, well, then we shall improvise. I believe, however, that all will end well. And once it does, we 3 shall meet and thank one another for the voyage we shared.
Right. Specifics now. Thought Olgierd had 3 wishes, requests, whatever.
He does. He may ask 3 things of us, yet we won't know what they are until we see him.
That sounds horrible. Yeah, don't like this at all. Right? Friday's okay. Currently playing What Remains of Edith Finch.
Always the same old shit.
Ooh. Is that like a scary game? It sounds scary.
All seems a little shady. Your help, your pact with Olgierd, his 3 requests.
Think it over. I agree you've no a priori reason to trust me, but as it happens, I was in the right place at the right time to help you. And it's also the case that the same man has wronged us both. To my mind, those are reasons to work together.
To my mind, not so much.
Come with me to see Olgierd. You shall see he's a vile, dishonorable man who treats the lives of all folk like playthings, as he treated yours when he sent you to find the Frog Prince.
I mean, how can I say
Fine.
no? This is the
I'll go
quest
see
line.
Olgierd with you, but no promises.
That is all I ask.
Now remove the damn mark.
Naturally. Just as soon as you complete your task.
Of course.
Go. You will not regret it. We shall meet there. I've a matter to attend to along the way.
Another debt to collect?
Perhaps.
So secretive. Wonder what this guy is.
Don't you worry, Fletcher. We shan't give you up.
I don't think he's human.
Witcher,
Oh,
right? Wait.
what you want?
Getting a witcher into this?
What's the
What's
problem?
Oh, nothing. On your way now, good man.
Shut it, Gotthard. He could help. Little Red's band means to attack the village. Want revenge on Bertram. We haven't much, but we're willing to pay if you defend us.
What? Like, so many questions. Who's Little Red? Why do they want revenge? What's going on? Not a scary game. Okay. A story game. Very interesting. Ooh. Maybe. Yeah. I made a reel. I haven't posted just yet, but it's got, I think, like the last 30 games that I've streamed here on Twitch. And one of them is the Gardens in Between, or the Gardens Between. And when I was picking out the image for it, I was like, such a great game recommendation.
Who's Little Red?
Word is she fornicates with wolves and can tear a man apart with her bare mitts.
Oh.
A she-beast in human husk.
It's very different from Little Red Riding Hood.
She leads a pack of deserters, true dregs, from different armies. The kind what knows killing and plundering well.
Why's this band want revenge on you of all people?
Cause I ratted on them to the witch hunters.
Witch hunters care about bandits? Since when?
Little Red's band, they was terrorizing our village. We had none to defend us. Finally, Bertram went by the hunters, asked them. So the hunters went after him. We had a spell of peace, but now Little Red's learnt of it all. Wants to kill Bertram. He's done for if you don't help.
Okay. I mean, I might help you.
Fine. I'll handle the bandits. Good.
Beware of them, Witcher. They're the dangerous...
Alright, alright. Are they like...
Oh!
Are they right here? Because if they're not, then I'm afraid I can't help you. I guess I'm failing this one. You guys need me to fight something? They better be like right here. If they're not right here, then you just SOL. Yeah, it's so good, Nathan. Such a great story, too. I know. I just wanted to know what it was about. What is? Little Red Riding Hood. It sounds so interesting. Next time, though. Next time. Should probably do a little save as well. Yeah, they take the fables and twist them in this world. Kind of like with Cirilla and the Seven Dwarves. That was really cute too. And then they had the Hansel and Gretel with the sweets leading to the house. With the crones. That was interesting too. Why did you run straight into a wall, Roach? I don't understand this horse. Okay. I am gonna take a quick minute though. Maybe grab some more copy. Yeah. Oh, hi, Chico. Chico also wants to say hi. Again. Say hello. Again. You silly bean. Yeah. Arr. 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 All right. Well, yeah, I am going to go get that done. Give me a couple of minutes, you guys, and I will be right back. Yeah? Oh. Okay. How are you guys still doing? Let me check some stuff. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, sorry. Little premature there. I think I'm good though. I think we're good. D-Jack, it's so good to see you. How are you doing? Hold on, let me turn down this music just a smidge. Yeah, so good to see you though. Happy Thursday. I am having a wonderful day. A little sore because I went on a really long hike yesterday. But other than that, it's all good. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, D-Jack. I really appreciate it. And I think I posted I don't have the link to my new Instagram up on our main channel page just yet, but my Instagram over there, I make some short form content. I plan on making like a reel every day. I'm gonna try to. Some of them might be funny, some of them might be derpy, some of them might be stupid, but we'll see. So yeah, that's my new Instagram if you want to go check it out. And I do need to program it into our social links instead of having the one linked to my art Instagram. I need to have the one linked to our channel Instagram, which is basically kind of my personal Instagram as well. I post like hiking pictures and all kinds of stuff. Maybe I'll start, if I have more of a following, I'll ask questions and story reels and discuss like new things that have come out, like Raised by Wolves is coming out week by week on HBO, and I've been following that, and I think it's a really great sci-fi series. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Pure caffeine lying around. You must always have pure caffeine lying around. The little village get wiped off of the map after saying, okay, no, Rochi. Why? Why would you want such a thing? Get some snacks and drinks, yeah. I jam, no mods, no bad. Kane, thank you so much for the stretch, by the way. This is actually quite nice, yes. Oh, welcome back, Bronco. Wow, we're having a quick little stretch before we hop back into the game. Yeah. And I was trying to advertise my new Instagram. Just because I've started to do like some short form content on there, some reels and things. They're goofy, they're there, but it'll probably be the channel that I post the Yennefer cosplay pictures to as well, whenever those happen. Okay. Which should be soon, actually. I even told my husband, I was like, we're gonna have to go hiking into the mountains and I'm gonna have to bring this cosplay. And I'm like, you're gonna have to do your best to take pictures of like the mountains and the cosplay and everything. So, again, we'll see how it turns out.
Run, Roach.
But I am going to put my all into it and do my best. Okay. I just really want to know what this guy who sent us on this quest is. Because like I said, I don't think he's human. He granted this guy 3 wishes, so I thought maybe he was a genie. But what kind of genie enlists the help of other people? You know? Oh, Caracol, what's up? How are you doing today? So good to see you. Kane, yeah, I am. This is my green screen shirt. Yeah. But Caracol, happy Thursday. I hope you're having a good one. So good to see you. Oh, they look like this? You mean like on fire?
My fists are itching for a fight.
Yowza.
Well, look who's here. The Witcher with a stick up his ass. What's new? Got a growth on your platter there. You catch some kind of a fiery pox?
Could say so. Manor's burning. You noticed?
That? All right. You know how it is. Feast drags on with plenty of dancing, merrymaking, rough play. We got a bit carried away, truth be told.
Plain to see. Where's Olgierd?
Damned if I know. Must be somewhere hereabouts. No! Please! I beg you! Shut your trap! Let me go! Leave me be! Shut it! I ate with yous! Drank with yous! Fought beside yous! And you'd kill me now? I'm one of yous!
Oh my goodness.
But not no more, you ain't.
Wait, what did he do?
What's he guilty of?
What the fuck's it to you? Not your concern, mate.
I mean, let's talk.
Whoa.
Yeah?
Nerves a little raw? Why?
You deaf! Get the fuck out of here, freak!
All I want is to know what exactly is going on here.
Well, you're not gonna know. Sod off.
I'll leave soon as you tell me.
Aren't you a thorny prick up the arse? Ataman said to kill him!
Got your answer. Happy? Now piss off. We've work to do.
No need to be edgy. Yeah, let's talk about this. Come on now. The same curse experiments. Ugh. Caracal, no. May your experiments not fail this time. You've got this. May they stay within the expected parameters of the experiment. The middle option. Yeah, I don't want to be... we can't always just straight up murder people when we don't like them, though. Gotta try to talk about it. Yeah.
Wait. I know Olgierd wants him dead. Still don't know why, though.
Just what the fuck is it to you, anyhow?
Nothing really. Just curious.
Don't like to see random people die.
Violated our chivalric code. Just one penalty for that. Death.
What did he do?
What is this row? Are you not done with it? My ears wither from the screams.
Oh!
Ah, Geralt. As you've returned, might I assume you've cleared the sewers? Or have you not been there?
You killed my father!
Oh!
Not.
Dang.
You lie! Whoreson!
That man killed him. Alone. Unbeknownst to me. Out of fury, for your father refused us hospitality. For this willful violation of the chivalry code, he was summarily executed himself. Anything else I might do for you? Take her away.
I think you got something there, my man. Yeah? Somebody to help him with that. Who the hell is this guy?
Now, where were we?
Really necessary, that whole show?
Ah, show? Come now. A man must display some madness from time to time. Helps him feel alive. Dare say you know what I mean. Judging by the mark on your face.
So you immortal? Do people stab? Is that an actual emote? But yeah, Kane, thank you so much for the host. I really appreciate it.
You're immortal?
Depends on your understanding of the term. Indeed, I cannot be killed. But it's not at all what folk imagine. Not dying does not mean eternally living your life to the full.
So it's a curse?
A curse? No, wouldn't call it that. I'll put it this way. You must be careful what you wish for, lest your wish be granted. For there are consequences.
Not sure I follow.
You know very little can hurt you. So you take wild risks. Chase extreme sensations. There comes a point you've done it all, and all seems boring and monotonous. The trick's to plough through that moment. Go further. Reach beyond what's known as possible.
See, I don't know why, but for some reason that kind of reminds me of One Punch Man. But I really love One Punch Man. I love Saitama because, like, he could take out anything with one punch. He's super strong, but the only thing, he still wants to do good, you know? The only thing he really wants is, like, maybe a couple of fans. That's it. Caracol. Stay. How do you even have an emote to defend yourself? Where did that come from?
Know what this is?
I cannot be certain, but I've my suspicions. That's a dangerous man you've chosen to deal with, Witcher.
Is he a man? What is he?
Killed the beast in the sewers.
Congratulations are in order then. Your reward. You're also welcome to take what you wish from the manor house. If anything left uncharred, that is. Was it a tough fight?
I sliced its gut open, and it turned into a man. You know that would happen?
Of course he did. He'd never have dragged you into this elsewise.
Gone to Rome.
Oh.
Come to cast aspersions?
No. I've come to collect a debt.
You know you first must...
Grant you 3 requests, by proxy. I present to you my champion, Geralt of Rivia.
Oh, we're a champion now? Say what? Hold up, though. Did you know that? Of course he knew that the toad was a prince, but I'm gonna ask him anyway. I love his egg face. All he wants is to be amused, to feel the thrill of fighting again. Oh, Saitama? Yeah. I mean, that and a couple of fans. That's it. But he's still like a good person, you know? Just bored. Oh! Sorry. Get a wife that should be enough, Kane. Wait, for what? For what now? Oh, to feel the thrill of fighting again. Kane, no. Oh.
That true? You know the toad was a cursed prince?
He didn't just know. He brought about the curse himself. Did he not mention that bit? Well then, allow me to tell it. Quite the gripping story. Olgierd once loved a beautiful maiden named Iris. Yet, her parents chose to offer her hand to the Crown Prince of Ophir. Olgierd grew to hate the poor sot. At first, he wished to kill him. Then decided this would be too simple. So, instead, he condemned the prince to a base life in a toad's bloated corpus. Yet he grew bored of watching him suffer and decided to end it. By your hand.
Remind me, Odin. Who is to fulfill my last 3 requests?
My assistant, Geralt.
Then be gone.
No.
I don't wish to look at your face any longer than I must.
Why did we agree
Where
to
to?
this?
The stables. My men are preparing to depart.
Than anyone in the... I know, Rochi. So good. Well, it's because that they thought that it was, well, at first, he failed the written test. And number 2, they thought that Genos was the person, like, taking out all the villains. It's like, no, it is not. It's not Genos. I love how, like, How hard Genos tries, though. Oh, when he tries to kill the fly. He like goes out to water his plants and it's just It's yeah, literally a result of his actions. It's so great. It's such a great anime. Back when he had hair and first decided. Yeah. Why did you turn the prince into a toad?
What he said about the prince, that true? You turn him into a toad?
Perhaps. Or perhaps the Aetheri Dauphin ate something that disagreed with him. You never know with their cuisine.
Never heard of food that turns men into monsters.
Then perhaps it was something he drank. I cast the curse. Revenge for a deep disappointment. I was another man then. Let rage get the better of me and hollered the words without ever thinking they could possibly come true.
Oh.
Could have told me the truth about the toad. Having a bit of fun at my expense.
I simply wanted the beast dead. I could not know you would respond to the notice. Pure coincidence. Yeah, I must admit, when you, a witcher, answered the call, I thought it right. It's what you lot are trained to do.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me the whole thing, yeah.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. Then again, why bother?
He was a human being.
That bloody Aetheri mutt was no human. His kind does not deserve to live.
Oh. This man a little racist. Excuse you, sir. Yikes. Oh, Mark, what's up? How are you doing today? So good to see you. Happy Thursday. Am I reading the manga? I'm not. I know I should, but I'm not. I don't read too much manga anymore. There's one that I always follow, but it's like well into like 300 chapters. I've been following it for over a decade, and it's just skip beat. It's the only manga I follow now. I read some webtoons, like Let's Play and Lore Olympus and stuff like that. But is the manga good? You think it's worth it? I mean, I'm sure it's worth it. Maybe when I have like a permanent place and I can build like my own library, I'll get manga and stuff. I don't know. It is. It's me, Luigi.
This thing between you and
Very
Master
worried?
Mira.
Ah, dang.
No quarrel. Really rather not get involved.
You already are, I fear. He did something for you. Now you've a debt to repay. Am I right?
Yes.
Well, then you'll not free yourself of him till you've paid it back. But never worry. I shall devise tasks so impossible you will never complete them. Not if you go mad trying. But try your best, and your debt shall be absolved, while I shall live in peace until Master Mira finds another aide-de-camp.
Guess I gotta pop the question directly. What do I need to do for you?
Let me think. We're currently without a roof over our heads. Perhaps we should start with that. Bring me the house of Maximilian Borsodi.
You want me to steal a house?
No surprise. But why? I must live somewhere, mustn't I? What's the meaning of this? Second leave of your senses? You mean to mount a filthy horse? Out of my sight, wretch! Know what Vladimir would do to you if he saw?
Aye. Vladimir.
My brother. There were times he himself stank like foot wrappings 3 days old, but his mount always looked fit for a parade. Oh, none rivaled Vladimir at feasting, carousing. Sadly, he's been celebrating less of late. You must find him and show him the time of his life. My second request.
Fine.
Okay.
Seems easy enough.
And the third,
And
yeah.
The third?
Complete
What we
those
got?
two. Then, we shall speak of the third.
Of course. Just give me give me all three, and I can just knock them out all at once, my man. You read fan translations? Nice. Sometimes they're even better than like official translations. Honestly, I kind of hate the versions of anime that they have on the streaming services, because I remember the good old days back in the day when you had like fan translations, and they were so good with like the openings and having like the little sing-along subtitles of both like I guess the kanji and the romaji, so that you could sing along. You can't do that anymore. They don't have that because it's just regular old subs. It's so boring.
Any hints where I should go, how I might start?
You must be mad. I've no intention to make things easier for you.
I have an older sibling, so I was always Luigi. So Luigi's where it's at. Yeah, how are we supposed to steal a house?
Once I'm done with those two, where will I find you?
I cannot know, as my banda's plans.
Get out of town. You know that's not what I meant.
But let us say at the Alchemy Inn in Oxenfurt.
Fine. See you there.
Okay. Oxenfurt.
The brother shouldn't be too hard. But the house? How am I supposed to bring him a house?
Right?
Actually,
I guess like the deed to the house?
I wouldn't worry about the house. The brother will be the tough bit.
I just have to show him a good time, though. What's up with you, man?
You waited for me. Nice of you.
I could hardly abandon my proxy to the whims of fate.
Thought I have to fulfill Olgierd's wishes myself.
So states the contract. Yet nowhere does it forbid me from providing help. And something tells me you'll need quite a bit to complete the first two tasks.
Borsodi's house. No idea how I'm supposed to bring in that.
The only Borsodi I know of around here runs an auction house in Oxenfurt.
Heard of it. My swords almost got auctioned off there once. Auction was held in Novigrad, though it was a while past.
They must have relocated. You just might get an opportunity to ask them why.
Fine, I'll go there. Then what?
How should I know? Perhaps you'll get inspired once you're there. Oh, and take plenty of coin. I have a feeling it could come in handy.
I mean, good thing we saved up our coin.
Olgierd's brother. Why do you think he'll be tough?
You
I'm
can
afraid
stay.
he's
You can
dead.
stay.
Has been for years.
Never agreed to necromancy.
Necromancy is hardly your only option for reviving a soul. An old-fashioned ritual, a blood summoning. That's what you need.
That's like choosing between pestilence and the plague. Besides, I'd need the blood of the summoned.
Blood. True. Of the summoned, not necessarily. Here.
Where do you get this?
Geralt, aren't you the curious one? Assume it to be von Everett blood and get on with it.
But why do
Where'll
you
I
have...
find this Vladimir?
Geralt, I cannot do everything for you. Use your head. The von Evericks are well known in these parts. You must have met someone who's heard of the family.
No,
The
my
charming
bad.
redhead, for instance. The medic.
Oh.
You know the one.
Okay. So she comes back then.
Guess it's high
Gotcha.
time I got to work.
A bit more enthusiasm, Witcher. You know, you just might enjoy yourself.
Yay. Can't wait. Say I need help. Where'll I find you?
I shall find you. Good luck, Geralt.
Poor Geralt. Oh, Kane, thank you so much for the hydration. Yay. Can't even get it. I just didn't. There was no need to even acknowledge it yet. There was no need. Okay. See. Yeah. First, I'd wondered if I had been here before. Yeah, I've totally been to Oxenfurt. But again, it's been a hot minute because a lot of our quests end up being in Novigrad. Like the city. This is more like city-town. Town-city. It's a dead man's party. Everyone can see. Okay, where do I... Ah. Got it. Ooh. Oh, the herbs. I still can't make stuff. Oh, the herbs, and I still can't make stuff. Sadie. I'm just disappointed, yeah. Like, no, why? I just... Why you gotta say things like that? I don't understand.
I've tested the slime samples. I believe I'll be able to brew an antidote.
Good. A pox in an army can prove more ravaging than even their fiercest foe. Your service will be recognized.
How? Will I get a toad-shaped medal?
The army's not got any medal like that.
Geralt? Are you alright? What's that on your face?
Long story.
We're conducting important business. Yous can catch up later.
Yes. Right. I'll get to work on the antidote. Shouldn't take long.
The devs really like their redheads, don't they?
Tasty number, that medic. Not like a scholar at all.
Yeah, scholars aren't necessarily ugly, sir. Rochi, disappointed.
So, think learned women are ugly as a rule?
Well, it's lucky they're brains, because they've not got beauty.
Dishonor on your whole
Is that
family.
right, lads?
Make a note of this.
Oh,
dishonor
aye.
on you.
Mutts, all of them.
Dishonor on your cow.
Hideous things. Wouldn't touch one with a 10L pole.
Gosh.
This lass is different. Exceptional.
You're a lucky bastard, Witcher. We've seen her making eyes at you. Not like she looks at us. Ain't that right? Admit it. You fancy it too, eh?
We're taken. Not
Sorry,
your business.
None of your business.
Come on. This some kind of secret? You embarrassed? She's quite fetching, and you're, well...
No, I just haven't
none too
played
handsome,
1 and
but a
2,
witcher.
so I'm not sure where we really stand or who she is as a person. Ah, dang it. We've already chosen somebody.
There's no denying her beauty, but she's not my type.
Talking out your ass, mate. Passing on quite the catch. She looked at me like she does you. I'd not dally long thinking.
Here's the medicine. It's a strong solution, so careful with the dosage. Each patient gets exactly 2 drops after meals, 3 times a day. At the most, in 3-4 days, the infection should recede.
I thank you. In Redania's glorious name.
Rochi, no!
Serving the Redanian cause now?
I serve individuals. I treat them. That they're Redanians is coincidental. I'd help Nilfgaardians as well were I in a position to. Kedwenis, Edirnian, elves, dwarves, halflings, the same. Come on, Geralt. You know me.
Where you been? Sony has nothing to do with this. We're in DLC land now. What happens in DLC stays in DLC. I don't know that, though. I don't know that. I don't want to be messing things up.
Aside from the incident in the sewers, we last saw each other. Must have been in Vizima.
Yes. Yes. When it was ravaged by the Catriona.
Feels like a century ago. Where have you been? What have you been doing since?
Well, I left Vizima and returned to Oxenfoot, proceeded to finish my doctorate, and then opened a practice. Shortly thereafter, war broke out, and I was press-ganged into the Redanian Medical Corps.
So what now? Radovid's dead.
But the war's not over yet. The chaos continues. I'm still very much needed. Though I can't complain. At least I live at home now, and I treat the ill, as is my calling. Though I must always be ready, for at any time the Redanians might knock with some painfully urgent assignment.
Shani, I need your help this time.
I'd guess this wasn't a social call. All right. Tell me what you need. Is it at all related to that mark on your face?
Yes.
And you must tell me what happened in the sewers.
Kill the prince, take it prisoner, you know, same old, happens every day. Got a doctorate, what does Yen have? A magic club membership card? I'm pretty sure she had to train quite a bit to become a sorceress, dupe.
Where do I start? Alright. Monster in the sewers turned out to be a giant toad, and this toad was actually a prince, and Ophiri wanted that.
And I'm a Kaviri Duchess.
It's the truth, uncolored, I swear. When I killed the toad, some Ophiri soldiers led by a mage showed up, captured me. Man named Gonturo Dim freed me.
Who's this?
Don't really know. Yeah, a merchant of mirrors. Someone, I don't really know, honestly. I'm just gonna go with my gut feeling. The truth. I don't know.
Frankly, I don't really know. He helped me out of a bind. Now he expects me to fulfill some nobleman's wishes in return. First one's to summon the ghost of his brother, and show him the time of his life.
Amuse a ghost? How do you intend to do that?
Not my chief concern at the moment. Gotta find his grave and summon him first, and we'll see.
Yeah, that's not gonna be fun.
That's necromancy.
Yeah.
It's extraordinarily risky and involves higher magic.
Odim told me how to do it. No sorceress or necromancy involved. Gave me this concoction that summons ghosts. I'll need a censer too.
No, that can be arranged. They keep one in a storehouse at the academy. I can fetch it for you.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. But I still don't like this.
I mean, me neither.
Neither do I, but I don't really have any options. Gotta summon that ghost.
I understand. Whose ghost is it?
Olgierd von Everek's brother.
Von Everek? In my third year at Oxenfoot, we had to choose an elective. My options were Pearls of Wisdom from the Hierarchs, or Famous Redanian Dynasties. I chose the latter. Here it is. Von Igrid, Von Estiken, Von Everek. It says Olgierd had a brother named Vladimir. He lies in the family crypt near their manor.
Thanks. Knew I could count on you. I'm off.
The crypt's described as quite a work of art. I'd love to see it. But why don't I bring the censer? We can meet at the entrance.
She wants to go. Caracol. What? I don't remember seeing that in Phasmophobia. Lightning 120, welcome on in. How are you doing today? Happy Thursday. Had to train quite a bit for your union card. Yeah, but if you failed, did you die? Were you turned into an eel? I don't think the stakes were quite that high. It's just like one episode, some gesturing around ping pong. Magic membership done. Pretty sure that episode spanned or covered a span of years of training. I like how fantasy games and fantasy worlds and books have to deal with the mechanic of magic, though, you know, and how society in the world uses it and treats it and enforces it and things like that. I always think that's really interesting. Most of the things you operate, I mean, yeah. But again, like, they had to train to figure out how to do magic. I mean, if they didn't train, again, they would die. See, you have to get behind a crane and a wheel and stuff. And, like, if you mess up, you'll die. They don't have to do anything. They could be, like, go into the market. And if they mess up, just did. Plus, you could change jobs. Can't just change being a sorcerer. Or a mage. Should we... yeah, that crypt is probably kind of far. We'll fast travel. Hold up.
I just sailed back to Queenbanks long ago if it wasn't for those scary.
Other than motor vehicles that could kill you was an X-ray generator. I mean, honestly, anything can kill us with enough... with enough effort. Really, we can wield anything. I'm not sure if you can. Again, it's one of those things where it's like, is it something that you could just turn off and on again? Oh, hold on. I need to remove this marker. That's what's throwing me off. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, anything can kill you. Too much water can kill you.
Hey-ya!
The sun's high already, Bencher, and you barely gathered a second basket. Not good.
Got this pain in it back.
But it's interesting because in these fantasy worlds, there's always, or not always, The Witcher 3 actually reminds me a lot of Dragon Age, because of the way that they treat their mages and the, like, persecution of it and things like that.
Yeah.
They don't quite have the chantry mage thing going on, but they do have, like, the Church of Eternal Fire versus mage thing going on, which is kind of similar. Oh, yikes, Caracol. It was designed to be so foolproof that the University Safety Committee allowed anyone to walk in that room without a rat ring. Oh, dang. Still, I'd still take the precautions, though, you know, just in case. I thought this was the town. This is not the town. Oh, goodness. Sin, hello. How are you doing today? What's up? Good to see you. Oh, what was that? Do I want to become famous? No, I think I'm good. I'm happy with where I'm at. Thank you very much. Ooh. I don't think I have like a... Ooh, yeah, I do. Jacking it.
Show me what you got.
Come here.
That stench.
Hey. Yikes. Oh, I gotta. Dang it. My stupid sword, it's breaking. I don't think I have any repair kits either. Well, that's silly. Dang it. The only flaw. Yeah. Oh, yes. And okay, I figured. I asked in Discord, but I guess you were already in the movie. I've heard some good reviews, but my husband and I were discussing the Batman movie and how, you know, we'd like to watch it, maybe not in theaters. We just hate the fact that, like, DC won't figure its shiz out, you know, cinematically. They keep making Batman movies and stuff. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Is it because of 2142? Welcome on in. Nice to have you. And get you some hypes and hearts and chat. Let's change up our food again. Because for some reason we are eating, or we're drinking milk and raw meat when we have perfectly good sandwiches. You know? If you were tuning the X-ray beam, which didn't need to happen often. Oh. Laser beams. D&D world building magic is really one of the biggest challenges to you. Because magic is just the solution to all problems, right? Each time I watched one of the Hobbit movies, I would watch the Screen Rant pitch meeting that went with it. And it was like, oh yeah, Gandalf had to leave this part because, you know, he's a wizard and he could have easily just fixed all of this if he were there. So we just gotta make sure he's doing something else for this part of the movie. I need to repair my stuff, which means we need an armorer. Probably gonna have to go this guy? Not armorer, but a blacksmith. Yeah, already in the movie, yeah. But did you enjoy it? I just wish, like I was saying, that they would just get their cinematic stuff together. They've made so many Batman movies. We have plenty of Jokers now. I just feel like they always drop the ball on things. And I just like them to be more cohesive. This Batman movie was supposed to be Ben Affleck's solo Batman, then stuff went sideways. Oh, really? Okay. I did not know that.
How may I assist you?
much easier to justify as it's more about a cosmic balance kind of thing. So wizards can't just go around doing everything. Yeah, dupe. We're calling the birds all the time. Magic systems in fantasy are just always really intriguing. Same with even in sci-fi, they have to deal with that as well, like technology and what they're gonna do with that. You had low expectations, so you were pleasantly surprised. Yeah, we have very low expectations.
Need some armor.
I don't know. I just don't know why they can't get it together. It's the only thing. Ooh, enhanced earth sign boots. Oh, you know what? This isn't even going to be better than what I have on currently, though. I could go ahead and make these. I'm only a level away from that. Make those boots. And we'll make... What's this? Cured draconid leather. Dang it. I never know how to make that. Or if I need to, like... I need to buy that? Ooh, I can buy that. Okay. Do I want to? Minus 18, minus 15, minus 33. Why would I want any of that? Do you have anything that's over 30? Something that's 36? 30 something? No? Not so great. Gauntlets? Nope. Not so great. I need more schematics, it's looking like. These are a little bit better. Mastercrafted woven gauntlets. Yikes. Oh, how about these? Mahakam pants. Just go ahead and make those. Okay. We'll probably pick up something that will make that useless later, but you know, who cares? It's fine. Wow, that has taken a lot of crowns. My bad. Hold on. Excuse you, sir. Give me my money back. This man took all my money. I had to sell all my swords just to get some back. Gosh dang it. I'm sure it's fine. The heck are these? Dimeridium shackles? I guess sell 8? Why can't I ever sell orans and stuff? Okay, I'm done. We should be good now.
So
I've accomplished what I need to get done. Now let's go back. I'm wondering if I should have bought some like repair kits for my swords. It's fine. I'm sure it'll be okay. We'll pick up more along the way. They remade Scream. Did they really? Yeah. Although over the past couple of years, there've been quite a few movies that have come out that seem like they just went under the radar. Sometimes I come across something on Netflix that seems like it would have been a big movie, but I just never even heard of it before, you know? Okay. annoyed with the direction of the movies writing-wise. Their animated series are better. So I hear, yeah. I hear Batman the Animated Series is fantastic. But you definitely couldn't tell by the movies, right? That's so unfortunate. Because it's like, you know that they could do well if they would just get their shiz together, you know? I just hate that they tried to make like their own cinematic universe, right? But they rushed it and they didn't plan it out, and they just they didn't go about it the right way. And I wish they would have. Ooh.
Not so fast, Roach.
He wants this house. Like, this freaking $1 billion house with the waterfall next to it and the... What? This is like a village. This is not a house.
Never seen this side of you.
What side is that?
How do I put this? Your romantic side? Used to seeing you surrounded by bandages and medicine vials, often covered in blood.
Well, that's because you usually come round while I'm at work. Off duty now. Waiting for you, weaving a garland for the wedding.
Wait, whose wedding? Actually, too long Luthor rant about the Eagles. Oh yeah, the Eagles. Well, I'm sure I just sell them, like a conversion, yeah. But I have to find the right merchant to sell my junk to. The crypt, not the house. Yeah, well, look at this beautiful estate, though. Is this not the house that he wants? Oh no, this is there. Wait, no. This is his brother's house?
A wedding? Whose?
A dear friend's. From the academy.
Then why do they even need a house?
Speaking of which, would you go with me?
I mean, sure.
Sure, why not?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So, it's a date.
No, it's not.
Remember
Gosh dang it, guys.
Of course. Some soldiers nearly caught me slipping it into my satchel. Wasn't sure what you needed it for. So I also took a mix of amber, aniseed, and juniper. All rather smoky when lit.
Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Plastic Bean, I love your username. Welcome on in.
Shall we?
Let's go.
Alright.
The tone was spot on. This is impressive.
Yeah, too bad it's falling apart.
The family hit on hard times. No coin to splurge on such luxuries.
Yeah, look at this beautiful house.
Ooh, that looks just a little too creepy for me.
Don't have to come if you don't want. Right here.
I like that idea. If there's any trouble, just yell.
This actually looks kind of cool. Like a little house next to this cliff. I'd live here. Oh man, my husband and I went for our hike yesterday. We were passing through a wealthier neighborhood, and they had these like gorgeous, huge houses. And we were like, oh, I hate you, but your house is so beautiful, but I hate you.
This is no crypt. It's a full-blown mausoleum.
Okay. Right? Yeah, goodness. Kinda cool though. I like this design. Ooh. Ooh. Nice. Oh, whoops. Oh, I don't have any open sockets. Okay, gotcha. Okay, family crypt. So this guy that we're doing the wishes for.
Wraiths.
Oh, yikes. I wonder what his deal is as well. Ow. Oh. Yeah, Earden. Why is my Earden not working? Come on.
What? Lost your nerve?
Ah, my Earden. My Earden wore off. God, how many wraiths are there? Ow.
Last of the surprises? Sure hope so. Should look around.
All right. Oh, I'm already a little lost. Why did this room have to be so circular?
Fire, lit in honor of the dead. Old custom.
Okay, where is this guy's brother? Oh, wait, here we go.
Probably shouldn't touch that.
But what if I want it?
Vladimir von Everek, son of Bohumil and Christina. There you are. Now for the ritual. Gotta spread the incense throughout the crypt, every room.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Life and death, fire and blood. Return and walk midst the living, ye who hath departed.
Am I doing this right?
Arise as a friend, for I am no foe.
Ooh, silver ring. Okay. Ooh. I don't mean to be that much of a grave robber, but look at all this stuff. Golden mug. Okay. I think I just have to walk around with this
from
thing.
The dust, ye whose blood I have brought. Return and walk midst the living, ye who hath departed.
Okay.
Arise as a friend, for I am no foe. Life and death, fire and blood. Time to light the votive fire.
Hey. Let's do this. Eat a ham sandwich right quick.
Fire and blood, life and death. I summon ye, whose blood I have brought.
Ew.
Fire and blood, life and death.
It's not very healthy for you, Geralt.
Why?
Name's Geralt. Came to wake the ghost of Vladimir von Everek.
Who you are,
And why you've come matter little. For you'll not leave this place alive.
No, I'm just here to show you a good time, my man.
Who asks after my grandson?
It matters not, Honoratina. What I wonder is how this mortal obtained the family's blood. For Von Everic's rise only for Von Everic blood.
True. Yet to my knowledge, only one of our line yet lives. Olgierd.
Then we converse with the man who spilled the blood of your grandson, Kestitis.
Mean none of you are Vladimir? It's Olgierd, his brother, who sent me.
You will meet Vlad soon enough. Yet Olgierd, you will never see again.
Come on, guys, be reasonable.
Kill him, Von Everett.
For Olgierd's blood. I'll suck the life out of you.
Too late to surrender.
Come on, guys. I came in peace.
My. Ornery whoresons those Von Evericks, eh?
Ah, finally.
Who are you?
Is this the guy?
The rogue you seek. Vladimir Von Everic, brother to Olgierd.
Oh.
Forgot I cannot even scratch my stones.
Though in point of fact, they've not itched much since I died.
Didn't want to
Well,
fight
that's
your
good.
family. They started it.
I'm dead, not blind. I preferred to see how you'd handled those snobby pricks.
And Grandmum too.
Besides, what harm could you do them?
They're dead as it is.
True.
Now tell me how you came into Olgierd's blood. If you hurt him, I fear I shall have to kill you.
Got it from a mutual acquaintance of mine and Olgierd's. I'm here on a business.
That like
I'm a swine
moving texture is
corpse,
really
With
cool.
no interest in important matters, yours or any other buggers. The sole thing I miss is feasting, corporal diversion, so to speak. But alas,
Folk come here often?
Get a lot of visitors.
A horrible line of
at
conversation.
times, not often. For when someone does drop by, the whole band comes out to play.
Fun-loving family.
True. We're famed for our love of
Revelry and rumbles. We Von Evericks have brawled and raided for generations. It's tradition. Naturally, with raids comes loot, so we always had the means to celebrate right lavishly. Towards the end of my life was when things went sour.
But no point poking at old wounds.
Just days before I died, my brother claimed he'd found a way to dig us out, restore our state.
Your brother sent me.
How is the old rogue? What I wouldn't give to ride by his side again.
He's immortal
No
for
chance
some
of that
reason.
happening. Could experience something else, though. Something a corpse should find interesting.
Interesting? Out with it. What do you have in mind?
How did you die? Yeah.
Don't mean to pry, but just a little curious how you died.
Ah! No need to be shy. Folk love such stories.
I'd love this one too, were it not to end with my death.
So how'd it happen?
On raids, it was our custom to storm the alderman's hut and then order the local clods to bring us kegs of spirit. And provide willing wenches to squeeze and churn about.
Then, sadly,
An ambush. Outmanned 5 to 1. We were overwhelmed. They killed me, crushed my skull,
like an eggshell between an upturned oak table and the stone floor.
Yikes.
Listen, feels like I should know Olgierd better. Tell me something about him.
Oh, a fantastic chap. A true cavalier. You won't find another like him in all Redania. The best there is for a drink or a brawl. We were pups when we started riding out on raids. Wet behind the ears. Borderland villagers shat their trousers at the very sound of the word Olgierd. I was his second in command, leading a band of rogues who'd ride through fire for us.
Sound like common bandits. Any difference?
Us? Bandits? Watch your words. True, some of our swordsmen were mindless brawlers, but not Olgierd. Always curious, took an interest in all things. He devoured books, adored paintings, and loved the most beautiful maid in the world.
Interesting man.
Listen, Olgierd gave me a job. Odd as it may sound, I need to show you the time of your life.
Is that so? Now that, sir, is a brother. I've been dead for years, yet he still looks after me. After my spirits.
I'm wondering if he had you killed, though.
How much time do we have?
You know?
Think one night should do the trick?
Splendid.
Maybe that's why...
Wait just a moment while I hoist my saber and... What the blistering devils?
You're a ghost, man.
You're a ghost. Can't grab things.
Obvious. You've been a ghost for like who knows how long.
Revel and rock and fuck. Can't lift a tankard to my lips. Can't wield a saber. Can't squeeze a wench as we dance a jig.
Guess you'll have to do without. Let's go.
He's gonna want to take over a body.
You're to see I enjoy myself, correct? Well, then think of a way to make it possible.
How?
Revive my flesh.
No can do. Besides, body's probably decomposed.
Yeah, it'd be real gross.
Then bloody come up with another way. I'll not go anywhere in this state.
Come on, man. Yeah, stop completely. Let's go. I don't want to bring someone for him to possess. That's really rude. Such a violation. Let's just go, man.
Come on, we're wasting time.
I'm not to waste time. Sir, time is all I've left.
Well, I have very little of it.
When you were alive, too.
Do not anger me, boy. If I've but one night, I want to revel properly, not watch others enjoy themselves.
So what do you propose?
I've an idea.
Oh no, not gonna happen.
Oh yes. Yes, it is.
Oh, so in this instance, we offered up ourselves since we didn't offer up anyone else.
Geralt, wake up.
Yikes.
Open your eyes. Where are the smelling salts?
Death was a small price to pay to lie on a lap so lovely, and so near the wonders concealed a bit higher.
She doesn't know it's not Geralt.
As soon as I laid eyes on you,
Oh my gosh.
promise to stay and stroke my chin, and I shall spend the rest of eternity in a hound's body, trotting along by your well-turned calves.
That'd be so embarrassing.
What's happened to you?
It's not Geralt.
Geralt, I'm Vladimir.
What?
Blast. Fine, give me a moment. Yeah, definitely don't like being possessed.
You'd not have
Who
fainted
would?
had you not resisted so fiercely.
Geralt, care to explain what's going on here?
Ooh, okay. It's all Olgierd's brother's fault. I'm sorry about that, we should probably apologize first.
Sorry about that, Shani. That wasn't me.
So who was it?
Me.
Shut up.
I didn't say anything.
Not you. Not you.
Who to then?
Well, to him. To Vladimir.
Geralt, there's no one else here.
Seems your lovely maiden friend can neither see nor hear me. There's potential in that.
Let's set some ground rules, my man.
Need to set a few ground rules.
And I needn't do a thing save have the time of my life, which is exactly what I aim to do.
You're testing my patience.
As you are mine. Can you please explain what's going on here?
Oh, fiery. Temperament matches the drapes.
Listen,
oh, goodness.
I'm supposed to show Vladimir von Everec the time of his life. Turned out, he's a ghost. So, willing or not, I gotta lend him my body.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you're possessed?
Not at the moment. Just now he's standing next to me, coyly grinning at you. But off and on, he'll enter my body. So anything I say or do will actually be him. His mind, his intent.
But what if I want to talk to you, not him?
And you might not know it's me or not.
She should approach me and ask me to jump out for a bit.
Just come up and ask him to leave for a while.
I see.
Splendid.
But what if he doesn't actually hop out?
Let's say we leave this dank crypt. There's a charming grove nearby where kisses taste sweeter than anywhere else in the world.
I take it you're Vladimir now. Doesn't seem like I'll have trouble telling you apart from Geralt.
Geralt's. Oh, I love how the arrow is blue now too. It's not even yellow. Geralt's a bore.
My sentiments exactly. Between you and me, this Witcher fellow is an awful bore.
Only sometimes.
Ha! Seems we're kindred spirits. So, off to the nearest hedgerow?
I'm afraid I have to turn you down, dear ghost.
A shame. In that case, point me to the nearest brothel.
I've got a better idea. Just before Geralt entered the crypt to summon you, I invited him to my friend's wedding.
Are you really taking a possessed man to a wedding?
No better dancer in all Redania than Vladimir von Everec. My ginger muffin. With me, you shall enjoy an evening
ginger
to top all
muffin.
Others.
Wonderful. I must stop by my home first and change. So, we'll meet at the temple.
Oh,
this is a horrible plan.
The sound of that.
Why not?
I'm not fond of temples, see? When alive, I'd only set foot in one to loot it. And in death, I find I despise them all the more. Could we not meet after the ceremony, go straight to the feast?
All right. Seems we've no other option.
Splendid. Then I shall see you at the wedding manor.
Well, what if Geralt attends the ceremony and then he can hop in and attend the party? That could work.
Say,
yeah.
Witcher, a man could lose his head for a lass like that. And that comes from none other than Vladimir von Everec, famed for his taste in women. So tell me, honestly now, man to ghost, are you her paramour? For if so, you have my word, I shall keep my distance. But if not, then the haylofts we shall devastate together.
Oh, goodness. Only ever been friends. I mean, if I were to play 1 and 2, and if I only had a choice between Triss and Shani, I do think Shani's really cool. I probably would have romanced her, you know? Once. Yeah, how about that?
Let's say we were more than friends, once upon a time.
You tried to hide it, but I smelled a tryst. I know a thing or two about men, you see.
Do
a shame,
you?
though. I'd have satisfied her well. But no cavalier would rot in another's garden.
How respectful
So,
of him.
Witcher, time for the wedding?
Let's go.
Onward. I'll be right behind you.
Retcon. Wait, what retcon? Again, I haven't played 1 or 2, so I'm just making guesses here.
You're quite the fool if you've not plowed her yet.
Oh,
Keep your
goodness.
paws off her.
I'm to enjoy myself. Can I help it that I best like tumbles in the hay with fleshy lasses?
No, I guess not. So is he just gonna like follow us around? As a ghost? What the heck? How the hell do I get out of here? I'm already lost again. Should I just walk through here? Oh goodness, there's another dead guy in here. Oh.
Tried to crawl in through the well, broke his neck.
Meaning the scabby runt wish to rob our family crypt.
Now I'm gonna rob it. Sounds great. Or am I going the wrong way? I just passed that door. The door was back here. I can do this. Okay. Go back out this way. Oh, dang it. Hold on. Wait a second. It was this way, right? Yes. Here we go.
Why do you paw through my ancestors' bones? On your way, leave the dead to rest in peace. Are you a witcher or a scavenger? Hands off the family heirlooms.
Shut up. I do what I want.
He's like, shut up. I do what I want. Let's do what I want. I'm letting you possess my body, my man. Let me have some stuff. I do need better pants. Where does this even go?
I detest spiders. The creepers make my sphincter shut tight.
Ew. Ooh, arachnomorphs. Animorphs. This would be a nightmare animorph, honestly. I never read those books as a kid. I was more of a magic treehouse kind of person. But those covers for the Animorph series are always so weird. Okay. Can I even wear those pants? Yes. Ah, it's not better than what I have. Boy. Should I go this way? I'm a little lost. I don't know why I said a little. I'm a lot of lost. But we go figure. Oh, I circled back around. Okay. Okay. There we go. Now we just gotta go this way. And this should lead us out of the cave. I'm hoping. I'm lost again. Hold the phone. What the heck? Wait. Why do they do this to me? I'm so lost again. I'm always lost. I feel like so much of this game has just been me wondering where the heck I'm supposed to be going. I tried to go that way, but there was no way out. That doesn't go. Oh, wait, what if we go this way? And then up. Okay, hold on.
This whole witch's
I
life.
found it.
What's it like?
Don't want to know.
If indeed I didn't, I'd not have asked. Go on, tell me.
You wouldn't like it.
Not much partying as a witcher. I say that, but...
Those signs. I'd like to try one.
What signs?
Your witcher signs. Never done it. Could be interesting.
Rather not waste any time.
Till the stroke of midnight. What I would rather is what matters.
Here we go. This is a pretty cool quest, though. Like how he follows you around and talks to you.
Bloody fine mount. Good stance. Powerful rump. Stable withers. Well, well.
See, you know your horses.
I should say so. My two greatest passions in life. Mares and maidens.
Spooking my horse. Roach doesn't like ghosts.
Poor Roach.
I remember that mill. Whenever Olgierd and I got to mischief, we'd hide out in there. Once, we snuck off with some moonshine. Old cocksucker Yaramir caught us. Those were the days.
Giddy up.
Okay. Oh, should we wear something better to this wedding? It's too late. Never mind. We're wearing what we're wearing.
No sign of her yet. We need to wait.
This is very romantic.
Fuck off.
Wonderful.
Behold, wars have started over uglier wenches. Well, raids have been undertaken at least.
True, she
I love
looks
her
lovely.
tights.
Let's go.
They're so cute.
Whoa, whoa, hold. Mean to go in wearing that?
What else?
Have you seen how she's dressed? I'll not parade at that jewel's side in a rank tunic.
Nice.
You need a robe. One daren't attend a wedding in anything less.
Don't happen to have a robe handy.
What do you mean? What about that?
I mean... But... That's somebody else's clothes.
Oh no, we're not gonna steal.
Come now. We're merely borrowing.
Oh. Oh, he's making us change? Oh my gosh.
Wonderfully.
Ghost prostitution was outrageous. Look who's laughing now. I know. Can't recall.
Perfect fit. It feels tailor-made.
Oh dang, Garrow looks pretty good in that.
Now for shoes. One must wear shoes to a wedding.
We're wearing shoes. He's gonna shave our beard. No. I took the time to grow that beard, sir.
May they draw and quarter me if I've ever seen a lovelier lass.
Nothing left of you to draw and quarter, alas.
Doe eyes, a swan's soft supple neck, and a waist so slim you could grip it one-handed.
You're actually quite amusing this way.
Oh, it was such a cute little twirl. Well, we must get to know each other better. You see, Geralt can't hold a candle to me. He looks weird now that he's clean shaven, though. I'm so used to his beard. How dare he shave our Geralt's beard? Oh, Grand Pianoman, hello. How are you doing today? So good to see you. Happy Thursday. Ah, Shamrai, welcome back. Bang! We're currently possessed, so it wouldn't technically be cheating anyway.
Be assured, you'll like me even better when you come to know me more intimately.
How intimately?
Enough to get a sense of my assets, my dear. Trust me, they're nothing to scoff at.
May I please speak to Geralt for a moment?
Whatever for. This evening is about my pleasure, not his.
Just for a moment, then you can jump right back in.
Be quick. I'll not stand here doing naught. I'm to enjoy myself.
Geralt, I'm about to introduce you to the newlyweds. Please make sure your friend doesn't embarrass me.
I can't make him do anything. All that nonsense is his. I feel like an ass saying it.
I liked some of that nonsense.
Yeah. For example. No, Geralt, no. We're going to the wedding, Geralt.
We'll talk later. Let's go to this wedding. The sooner the ghost has his fun, the sooner this will be over.
Oh yeah, hello, Grand Pianoman.
Finally,
Happy
something
Thursday.
that's not utter tripe. We shall dance till the break of dawn.
Hope you're having a
Get
good
till
one.
midnight and not a second longer.
That's not enough. I shan't even get properly soused by midnight, let alone...
Make an effort. I'm sure you'll manage. You get to frolic and carouse till midnight. That's our deal. Then there's the capping. Then you go back where you came from.
So be it.
This way, my strawberry.
Strawberry.
Hello world, I'm back. I'll be damned. A proper wedding. Overladen tables, plenty of worthy
Don't even
drinking
introduce him
companions,
as
and a
Geralt.
swarm of fair maids. But none compared to you, my dear rhubarb.
Oh, now it's a rhubarb.
Beware of the dog, Shani. Judging by the size of its house, the mutt must be big as a horse.
Thanks for your concern, but the doghouse is empty.
They let a man-eater like that run free? Have the wedding guests been warned? Seems we are indeed in for a cracking good time.
What a lovely rowan. I remember making necklaces of the fruit when I was a child.
Ah, the berries make for splendid hooch. Olgerd and I brewed in our teething years.
I shall introduce you to the newlyweds now. Try to behave.
For you, my rowan petal, I'd do anything.
Vladimir is just so enchanted by Shani. I mean, she's pretty dang cute, though.
Time to meet
Understandable.
and be greeted.
I shan't stray a step from your
Okay.
side.
Just the way he walks, though. His hands on his hips. What was it? I love how they had to like change all of his animations too.
Once more, all the best in your new life.
Thank you.
It's us now. Dearies, blessings rain down upon you.
May you live in health and happiness. Harmony and love forever last betwixt you.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Now go. Enjoy the feast.
Our turn.
Okay, here we
My
go.
dear friend Aldona and her chosen one, Jonas.
It's an honor. The sun shine brightly on this new path in your lives. I am
This is my friend of yesteryear, Geralt of Rivia.
Yes, 'tis I, Geralt. A witcher.
Tis I.
So thanks for your hospitality. I adore weddings. The brides especially. So fragrant, so tasty, I could...
Oh, you got it out?
I'm sure we'll all have a splendid time.
There you go, Shani. Thank you. Why'd you choose this chap? Oh no, do you get a hefty dowry with your bride? So rude. Here we go. How do you know Shani? There we go.
Tell me, Aldona, how is it you and my dear Shani know each other?
We met in Oxenfurt. Both studied medicine at the academy.
Wondrous times.
Over quickly in my case, alas. My family couldn't afford to keep me there. I was forced to return home after 1 year.
It's never too late to pursue an education, my dear. Your husband is certain to help you complete your studies, provide the necessary coin.
I don't know.
Oh, nice.
We've not talked about it.
Come, Jonas, surely you've not taken Aldona as a mere diversion for the alcove. You will help her, will you not?
That is between me and her. You needn't butt in.
But I'm not. I merely ask. See, I've come to love your wife like a sister. So I ask you, as your brother-in-law, will you help her?
I'm sure we'll discuss the matter.
That's my lad. You're a right decent chap. I knew it from the start.
Volodymyr, okay, Volodymir's an alright guy. I see you. I don't want to choose the rude options, though. But what the heck? We're Volodymyr.
Aren't you an extraordinary beauty, my
No
dear?
need.
Why, thank you.
You had your pick of gents, I'm sure.
Where is this going?
I'm attempting to discern why
Just
she
being
chose you,
complimentary,
You don't approve
Jonas.
of my wife's choice.
I've no skin in this game. I ask out of pure curiosity.
Well, rein it in, or I shall have to explain my wife's choice to you hands-on, out of pure pleasure.
Why so testy, friend? Have I insulted you? Merely told your wife she was a beautiful woman, yet here I'm threatened instead of getting thanks. Have some manners.
Geralt, that's enough. She simply fell in love, that's that. Jonas, I'm sure my friend meant no offense.
We meant some offense. We're just testing Jonas, making sure he's a good man for this wonderful lady. This one does seem quite rude, though. We're going for it, though, because it's Volodymyr.
Aldona seems a curious choice for a bride. Did she come with a hefty dowry?
Oh, no.
I assure you, Witcher, my choice had naught to do with coin.
Jonas' family is far better off than mine. They're a textile manufacturer.
It took a lot of convincing to get Mother to agree to our, as some would have it, mesalliance.
Oh, you never told me. Whatever happened to fortune is of no import to me and my family.
It isn't. Jonas told me the same. That your background doesn't bother him.
Never does. Not at love's first blossoming.
Oh.
But give it time. 5 years and you'll find few things that don't bother you.
Oh.
I'm beginning to find what you say bothersome. I don't know where you're from, but in these parts it is rude to insult newlyweds at a wedding.
We're Volodymyr, it's fine.
I'm merely warning you. Know a thing or two about life, you see.
Geralt and his jests. He has a strange sense of humor.
Very strange, I'd say.
I kind of like Volodymyr. Is that weird? Just a little offense. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, he's saying some true things, you know?
We've chewed the fat enough. Time's a wasting.
Are you expected elsewhere?
Me? Ha! I simply cannot wait to sample your liquors and dance with the local matrons.
Jonas and I invited more than a few lovely maidens. Perhaps one of them will catch your eye.
Oh, that's for damn certain.
And perhaps you will catch one of their...
It'd be nice, certainly, but I shan't be terribly bothered if it's not the case. Come, let's drink.
What was that? Ooh, take part in the wedding activities until midnight. Okay. Well, let's talk to Shani.
Wonderful wedding. It's clear the newlyweds' parents spared no expense.
He arrived, that's certain. I saw him myself.
So, if he arrived, why is he not here now?
The bloody dog chased him away.
Look at this dog. I want to pick out something fun to do. Who's this? I got a drunk guy. Hold on. We gotta pick the right people, it feels like. Flamingo! Hello, how are you doing today? So good to see you. Thank you so very much for the raid. Welcome on in, raiders. Nice to meet you. Hope you have a good time. We're just chilling. System 1173, welcome on in. So nice to have you guys. What were you playing today? Yeah, Witcher. We're actually currently doing the Heart and Stone, or Heart of Stone DLC. It's been quite interesting. Oh, there's an inner area. Food. You wanted to eat. Here you go. Food. Oh no, it's upstairs. I thought it was pointing to the food. Sure.
Your health, Sir Dwarves. May your beards grow long, but never tangle round your ankles.
To the young lovers, may their loins never cool. May they sire many a bear and reap gobs of coin.
Beautiful. Yes, now we must dance. How do we dance?
Don't let me stop you.
Yes, guys. Get it.
By the way you move, what charm, what grace.
Thanks.
I didn't even get to see Shani dance. She wasn't with us. Go back, Shani. Where did she go? Hearts of Stone? Is it hearts with an S? I thought it was heart singular. That's my bad. What's over here? Both changed in watching. Got ready. Oh, really? Oh, we just finished the main storyline of Horizon Zero Dawn. Ooh, are you gonna do the DLC as well then? Yeah. I can't remember if I even did the DLC. I think I did, but it's just been so long.
Manly man sport.
Oh, manly man sport? What is it? Do I catch the pig? What do I do with the pig? What do I do?
Can it get any worse? No, please, no.
Do I punch the pig? I don't understand. Oh, you have to talk to those guys.
What is this? Blustering about after pigs, are you?
Lads are racing to be crowned king of the swineherds and win the prize.
Oh, what's
that
up,
comes
Calamity
with it
Shreds?
for their wench.
I mean,
Lady.
I got a big old head.
One must be a swineherd's son.
So I don't know if the brain's that tiny.
Any man can try his luck. All you need is to herd the piggies dabbed in yellow into the pen.
Okay. Oh, there are prizes. Okay, let's do this. Even if you don't have followers and don't stream, but host someone, does that help somehow? I'm not sure. I mean, I believe so. If someone visits your channel, then it could direct them to my channel. But I don't think you have to. It's never a necessity. Do I punch the pig? I know. I didn't know what to do. Oh, You'd assume minuscule. Really? With this big old head? Like... big old head, man. Probably will. Yeah, Flamingo. Oh, Calamity Shreds. No worries. It's all good. Totally didn't realize that yesterday was Ash Wednesday. Your friend from New Orleans was talking about Mardi Gras. It can't be Mardi Gras already. I know. It's March, Caracol. I know. It's March. My stream anniversary is this month. I need to plan stuff for it.
King of the swineherds, eh? And what's this king get exactly? A king's ransom, I would hope.
No coin. Honours the prize. King gets a crown of laurels he pins to his saddle, rides about with pride that he's king of the swineherds.
You mentioned some trifles for the lasses. Are they worthwhile at least?
For certain. Lovely, every last one. Pretty as a painting. Win and see for yourself.
Okay, let's chase some pigs. I gotta chase the yellow pigs into the pen, right?
Sounds like damned foolish nonsense. But why not give it a try?
We'd
do
be
this.
honoured. Get that cripple out of there! Couldn't chase his own wench into a bed, let alone a pig into a pen. Let the Witcher give it a run.
Oh, Caracol, is it really? No. I know. The time.
Shame there's no painter here.
Go.
It's a moment worth of
Go, pig,
life
go.
for posterity.
Watch my movement.
Go, pig, go.
I'm spry as a cat and sly as a fox.
Go, pig, go.
Show these imbeciles how one chases a porker.
You've got this. No, no, no. Go. No. What you?
Come on, baby. Got a
Come
nice
in.
cozy pen for you.
Go into the thing. Go. No, 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 no. Go. Go. Did I do it? Okay, I got that one. Get the other one. Go. Go. Go, pig, go. Go, pig, go. Go. Does that mean I win?
Feel foolish peasants?
Yeah?
Learned a lesson from your better? Are the pigs penned? Indeed they are.
Master Witcher, we ain't seen such pig chasing skill in a long time.
Your family
Really?
had an ample pen, didn't they? Go on, admit it.
My family had many pens, but that in no way means I had any practice chasing pigs.
However it were, the crown's going to a good man.
And the king's chosen maid deserves a fitting favour. Yeah.
Aw, it's almost like we won her a stuffed animal at like a carnival.
Brandish it on your horse so that all folk may see.
Oh, it's like a trophy.
Say to that, Shani. Never
so
witnessed
cute.
such agility.
You're clearly a natural at chasing pigs through muck. You were a joy to watch.
We won her a stuffed animal, you guys.
How does my heart's captor like the prize I won for her?
The rag-stuffed piggy? It's lovely, truly. I've always dreamed of owning one.
He's very cute.
Tell me, Shani, what's the key with you?
What do you mean?
I'm on the prowl. That's clear. In Geralt's name and flesh, of course. But still. Yet the more I woo you, the less you seem ready to succumb. So I ask myself, what am I missing?
Oh, you're not Geralt, though.
Perhaps you're just not my type. Considered that?
Rubbish. I'm every lass's type.
Is that so? Prove it.
With pleasure. Show me a lass, and I'll have her eating out of my hand in the blink of an eye.
That one, with the garland.
Splendid choice. Now observe as Vladimir von Everek does his thing. Now, who have we here?
Oh no, this could go disastrously.
That's
Oh no.
the crux of it. We've not met. I've had to endure half a lifetime
Oh,
without
Shamarai, me too.
An entire lifetime, more like.
Cute stuff,
A
pig.
moment, my dear. Do not sabotage me, Shani. That would not be fair.
Fine, fine. I'll stay out of your way.
What would Yen think? Hey, we're not Geralt right now. We're Vladimir. Did it hurt when you fell from the heavens? No, I never used that line. But I almost want to. Just because it's so bad. Ooh. I'm not sure if it helps either, Kane. But I mean, I appreciate you even wanting to, honestly. Ah, that's so crazy, Caracol. I don't think I'm ready for time to go by so quickly. Never seen such finer pig wrestling. Thanks, NYC Geek. Also, hello, happy Thursday, and it's so good to see you. What you got going on today? A 100k redeem. Oh my gosh, right? I need to make one of those again. I don't know what to make it, though. Oh, no, she's not the bride, Caracol. She's not. We already met the bride.
My sweet, you are no mere maid, but a marvel of nature. And now, at last, fate knocks at your door.
But I don't know rightly.
You needn't know anything. I know it all for us both. I shall make a true lady of you. Arm in arm, we'll grace the finest salons.
Got him.
But really? Actual salons? In Novigrad? Then how?
In Novigrad, Oxenfurt, why, in Kovir as well. Wherever you wish. Let's make haste to the barn. There, everything.
These zoom-ins on her face.
Step away from the man.
Oh.
The devils are you.
Whoops.
We're the Mrs. Brothers, and we swore to our down his dying day we'd keep those of your ilk far from her.
Whoops. Forgive me. I did not know.
Easy, lads. No harm done. An innocent conversation with an innocent miss. The kind weddings are for.
We all heard your innocent talk. Wanted to draw her to the barn. What were you going to do there? Talk some more?
Yes.
Naturally. We would speak. But first, we would dance. Now tell me, what sort of fool wouldn't want to dance with a beauty like her?
Find another beauty, or I'll dance with you myself. Just after I'd grab me a fence post.
Geralt, you saw it. I tried to resolve this peacefully, but they wish to fight. Suits me just fine. Sounds like wonderful fun. Fence boards right over there for the taking.
Fear eat your stones.
I love how he left so that we would fight him.
No one accuses Vladimir von Everick of cowardice.
Calm down, boys. Don't want to fight you.
Too damn bad, because we're gonna tan your...
Just make it something dumb. Oh my gosh. I should.
That does it!
Oh. Oh.
Show us what you got.
Oh, he is gonna fight.
Damn, boy. You needn't ask me twice.
Oh, goodness.
Fence boards. The perfect weapon for sweaty-assed swineherds.
Perfect fit for your job, you ploughing gentle foot.
Did someone just say
Never in
burglar?
my life have I reveled so fiercely. Step up. Who else wants a shave? Damned cretin creamed me. Embarrassing to take a licking from a boor. And with a maiden watching.
Hey.
Find yourself a match for a Von Everett. A witcher.
I mean,
Away with
oh,
you.
witcher.
Be gone. I've tired of looking at your slack-jawed yaps. Where to, my love? I was to turn you into a lady.
Geralt, you must explain I was not at fault. They lunged at me. Well, go on, chase
It's
her.
true. They picked the fight. You're right.
There it is. You fucked up. She's gone. Is that how you woo the ladies?
You always that charming in life?
It worked. More often than not.
Listen, tongue and fists on a leash from now on. Have your fun, but don't beat the wedding guests. With my hands.
Hey, they attacked us first, Geralt. I don't think Vladimir was in the wrong here.
Uh-oh. Shani approaches.
Oh yeah, Nathan, that's Josh, yeah.
You made this mess, you do the explaining.
Oh, all right.
Your methods, quite unusual. To woo a woman by beating up her brothers. Creative.
I mean, it wasn't. Well, yeah, it did. All went according to plan. I can demonstrate if you'd like. What should we choose, you guys? I'm out of practice or the demonstration? Oh, you've been playing some Elden Ring. Nice, NYC Geek. I hear that's been really good, as well as Horizon Forbidden West. Does not match his raspy voice, Caracol. Because he's Vladimir. Oh, Rochi, no worries. It's all good. Freakish Winky Dink. It's been a hot minute. How are you doing today? Happy Thursday. Good to see you. I know, NYC Geek. We were talking about the insults earlier. Draw the Redeemer as a stick figure. Oh my goodness, Nathan. It's beautiful. Oh. 3? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
My dear girl, what don't I have up my sleeve? I'd gladly demonstrate. Perhaps behind the barn?
I think you've demonstrated enough. Let's just enjoy ourselves, all right? You don't have all that much time left.
No.
Your wish is my command, milady. I'd never deny a maid so fair-featured. Off we go.
See, he's been so respectful to her, you know. And he was really nice to the bride, looking out for her, trying to make sure that her husband would let her continue her education.
We must find more fun.
Okay. Although, I may have to save for now. What's Josh been playing? He hasn't been playing much. A lot of times he'll return to like some skateboarding games. He was playing Dragon Age Inquisition there for a minute, but I don't know what happened. I think he just fell out of it. Shani, yeah, she's gorgeous. I love Shani. I want Vladimir to like win, you know? I want him to win her over. So that we're not technically cheating on Yen, but we can still romance Shani in some kind of way. Yeah, if she was a choice from the beginning, honestly, if I had to choose between Shani, Yen, and Triss, I probably would have looked more seriously at Shani, because she's so cool, you know? Yeah, cool, funny, super smart doctor. Right? Like, why have you withheld this romance interest from us? Excuse you, game. Firing off finger guns, right? Like the Ciri DLC one. I haven't seen Ciri in this DLC just yet, so I don't know what she would look like. Rochi, no. But yes. It doesn't mess with your relationship in the main game, but still, I'd feel bad. You know, like, I would know. The red hair bonus. I know, right? And I like that the red of her hair is more of like a natural red color. And again, smart, funny, kind doctor lady. Sign me up. Come on, guy. Why you just give us the 2 sorceress options? Yen versus Triss versus Shawnee still Triss? Oh, you think? I don't know. Again, Triss is alright. But Shawnee's really cool too. But at the same time, I get why the romance with the sorceresses, because they live longer. And Shawnee being human, then we'd have to, like, if you fell in love with her, then you would outlive her quite long, wouldn't you? Like, you would outlive her by quite a bit, would you not? Skatebird. Can you do kickflips, Nathan? Came with, oh, pre-order editions. Gotcha. Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, I don't think I got that, but all of the characters are really cool. Okay, we saved, so I think we're good. But it has hit. It's past 10 now, though, so that'll have to be it for this evening. I'm really loving this DLC so far. I wasn't expecting too much, and I didn't realize that we would have such a great time, like, possessing Geralt's body as Vladimir. I actually really like Vladimir as a character in the game now, too. Just with the way that he's been interacting and talking to everyone at the wedding, I'm like, you know what? This guy does deserve to have a good time, okay? He's alright. Like, he likes the ladies, but he's still quite respectful towards the ladies.